Ghana, your heart is my heart is extended to Ghana, your heart is my heart is extended to Samokatan, Okokore. God, that means excuse me, what is that?
I use a bit in the market. What again?
In the market, my money, put me down to an every county.
Some people say the market your money.
Good.
I want that in the market for you.
La block what money they go America what money put it together. Ghana get lots of other money time to America put me down. What if they say person say me money they say person say me money Ghana they have only like advance don't see this thing. I'm not that don't see this.
Oh, you been joining the
Distinguished colleagues, you are listening to the report from the Committee of Foreign Affairs on the confirmation hearing on Ambassador D. Maswe Sakimia. They learn you witchcraft.
Opposition. He have taken on the border as a pastor and disgraced the Christian community. We are calling on the Christian community. We are opening campaign here and also election commission. I want for election commission to talk. I dare them to talk. We are fighting hard to bring our political leaders together. And very soon we will have one ticket. Very soon we're going to have one ticket. If we want you to go second, you don't want to go with demand you to go second. If we want you to go first and you don't want to go with demand you to go first. It's not a matter of breaking anybody anymore. It's about the liberal interest and the liberal opposition.
You understand? And they thought that how somebody can do that, but judge me what the people love, who say they will love you, going answer, nobody will answer. Because we not protesting, we not saying. You understand? Because you can meet what you thought you can do, you laugh on small bosses, they steal money for you.
Hallelujah. Amen. The source they got to give up. Yes, and people suppose but when they say they pray, they eat the quality too. I think they do a prayer, they do a lot of information for you. Want to take you from the Bible. Hallelujah. Amen. Hallelujah. Amen. Remember now, God said the government is on the shoulder of the church. So we'll be a church and stay back and do what we're supposed to do. And we say, no, we do it. We are afraid of human being more. Anything happen to the government, God will be responsible. Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Mr. Where, please change your way. You got economic advisors, but the economy is so bad. You got education minister messing up the whole educational system. Then you don't see the food in us.
When the man won a presidential,
you say what?
He won a presidential.
Jesus is Lord. What?
Presidential.
You know you can be prosecuted for that.
Claudia.
I do, and not to hold in perpetual intellectual hostage.
You say what?
Perpetual intellectual hostage.
Yes, that's exactly what I was talking about.
Claudia.
Okay, folks. Good morning. It's foggy morning here in Liberia. Most parts of the country we're experiencing some little drizzles of rain, not so intensive. But good morning to you. Good morning, good afternoon, good morning, good evening to every one of you watching us via Spoon TV Live. We'd love to welcome you to another edition of the Today Show on Spoon 107.5 FM. My name is Diamond Slanger, and this is how we love to welcome you. Emmanuel is going to join us later on. We're having some technical glitches with him this morning to bring him on this show. All right, so this one says, Finer, we just completely routine wasik. No more taking bath so morning. Yeah. Sometimes when you're happy, when you over plus happy, Emmanuel, and you're excited of the fact that you've just written your final test, you're now about to walk out of the walls of high school. If it comes to the test aspect, people get to write all sorts of things in the name of being excited. Whether or not that goes to cast a shadow over, or that goes to forecast the sort of results we are going to get once the West African Examination Council releases the results of our 12th graders. That is yet to be seen. For me, I usually do look out for the graduation season. That's what I look out for. I look out for graduation as well. So let me try to bring you back on the screen. All right, Emmanuel David, good morning to you. How are you doing this morning?
Well, I'm fine this morning. Bless God for life, and bless God to be here again on another splendid edition, or resplendent edition of the program, the Today Show on Spoon 107.5 Fabric. That's Fabric, Super 95.5.
You are forgiven. You are forgiven. And now that you have routine, now that you have routine, Wasik. Yeah. Now that you have routine Wasik, that's just one. These posts are trending on social media. A lot of these posts trending on social media. I think I have one more. People can just take the time and just screenshot these things. Somebody says it's comic relief,
Okay.
But I feel this one says after waste. After waste
instead of wax.
Yeah, so this lady is saying that she went to waste her time. So after waste, think THINK, think you Jesus. Yeah, go ahead.
It's a bad thing for a man to be wasted.
Yeah,
Certainly.
if you're not sure of what you're writing, give it to somebody else to proofread. Say, please look at it. Think, is it correct? Then yeah, you can post it. There's no harm in asking questions. There's no harm in being corrected. Yeah, you go check your post and double check your post and things. It just not reflecting right. Yeah, this is in the minority though, but this is what is definitely going to trend.
Yeah,
you stop that thing. You stop that thing after waste. All right, folks. This is the Today Show on Spoon 107.5 FM. We're also live on Super 95.5 FM, Spoon TV Live, our Facebook TV page, as well as we're on YouTube, so you can be right in Liberia, any part of the world, and watch this live show this morning on these radio frequencies. All right, folks, we have an entire package, lined up for you this morning on the show. Remember, if you're driving, going to work this morning, or better still, you on board a passenger vehicle, drivers, please, the road is wet. We've had dew, we have rainfall, the road is wet, so you don't need to overspeed, anything of that sort. You must skid off the road, so take it easy does it, they say. And remember to have your headlamps on, not on high beams though, so another vehicle can know that you're on the road, because visibility, if it's foggy or if there's heavy dew falling as well, it's even raining, visibility is limited, it's reduced as well. So have your head beams on so that other vehicles can know that you're on the road. Approaching vehicles and vehicles from your rear can know that you're on the road. And don't do abrupt stops. Passenger cars do these things a lot. The keke riders have adapted that. You can be in the middle of the keke, can be on speed in the middle of the road fastly. Once you say keke, the man will just stop. You just stop
abruptly.
Yeah, abruptly, Manuel. Doesn't even care if there's a vehicle approaching him from the rear, or whether or not what he's doing is dangerous to other road users. Nothing like that. So the man will just stop. As soon as you say keke, the man will stop. So let's be careful. Let's observe the road regulations as well, not for our own safety, but for the safety of other road users as well. So this morning, a lot of things happening in Liberia yesterday. It wasn't me. You remember that song from Shaggy? You listen to that song, Emmanuel?
Yeah, Shaggy.
Yeah, Shaggy. It wasn't me. So we'll be talking about It Wasn't Me this morning. Senate Pro Temp Albert Che has denied allegations. He has vehemently come out to debunk and deny allegations that no, it wasn't me. Though I did give Delon money to pay his pool watchers, as a CDC senator, but Delon is my buddy, and I felt that okay, well, I get Delon money to pay pool watchers, it will not helping me anyway to defeat Thomas Fala. So I gave Delon money. Though he admitted to giving Delon money some years back, but he has said no, he didn't purchase vehicles for the Unity Party as was being asserted. We'll talk about that later on. I'm just giving you a tease. So the fallout from the boys club, what has happened? That after years, nearly 6 years, the government has now decided to go after Musa Hassan Belete for tax evasion. After 5 years plus, why now going after Musa Hassan Belete? Is it a political stunt? Is it a way to dent? Is it a way to link and dirty the clean leaning of Mr. Cummins by virtue of the fact that he's associated with Musa Hassan Belete? Or is the government now ready in my somewhat 12 voice that no more Paku business? No more Paku business. No more Paku business. The government is now ready to go after those who are owing the government taxes and defrauding the system. We'll talk about that later on the show. I'm just giving you just reasons you need to stick and stay. I'm giving you more reasons aside the reasons that you have to listen. I'm giving you more. So Bassa Airways is now in serious need. Right now, that song "Going to Buchanan to See My Mama." Is it T Crack?
And you have
El Frankie
and PCK on the song.
So we'll look for that song. It's not time now to go Buchanan now. It's not easy.
It's not easy.
Yeah, it's like Bassa Airways now is gonna be in high demand, but we're using the water now to cross. What's going on with the St. John River Bridge? We'll talk about that as well. We'll bring on our Grand Bassa County correspondent to let us know. But we've been told right now for you to buy rice or even gas in Buchanan, you must stay strong.
Very strong.
You must be men. Yeah, now they're separating the men from the boys because of what is going on. So we've been hinted that prices in Buchanan City and Grand Bassa County at large, prices have been increased due to the situation there at the St. John's River Bridge. We're talking about that as well. How do we do maintenance in Liberia? How regularly do we maintain our public structures and even our private structures as well and facilities? How well do we maintain? How regularly do we maintain these facilities? And when was the last time the St. John's River Bridge was even maintained on a routine, maintenance inspection? We'll talk about all of these things and the reason to maintain our structures as well. All right, folks, so there you have it. We're just giving you a gist. Good morning again. Today is Wednesday, the 7th day of June 2023. The Today Show is live on Super FM 95.5 and Spoon 107.5. So 125 days to general elections. As we're counting down the days, the political tension
is raising.
Yes, that's it. It's escalating. Yeah, you can feel the heat.
The heat.
Yeah.
They have a saying that says, if you can't stand the heat,
get out of the kitchen. What are you doing in the kitchen? Right now, you're feeling the heat like June taking slip off on their own born feet.
Certainly.
Yeah, that's what's happening. As we're getting closer, as the countdown takes on, now we have 125 days to the general and presidential elections in our country. The heat is intensifying.
Yeah.
June taking slip off on their own born feet. Politics is an interesting game. Also talking about days, we have 158. Today's day number 158 of this calendar year, Emmanuel. The question again is, what are you doing with all of those New Year resolutions that you made? How many of your resolutions have you been able to mark as completed?
Publicly, I cannot say right here, but I have
percentage-wise,
I've gone like 60%. 60%, certainly.
What measures are you using to grade yourself? How many resolutions you did make first? Let's load the total number of resolutions first.
I have several things on my plate.
How many?
Imminent the month then. It's
but married now.
No, not married.
Oh, okay.
Achievement.
Oh,
in my
but marriage
career
and
stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So I have progressed and achieved some in my achievement.
Okay.
And in school as well.
All right.
So that's a plus for me.
I wish you all the best, bro. All right. So I love to say happy birthday to Bertina Johnson. a very good colleague of mine. Happy birthday to you. Do enjoy your day. And happy birthday to little Precious Kamara as well. Today you celebrating there in Burville. Love to say happy birthday to you. And to all those celebrating their birthdays and any other special day on today. So this is the lineup for the show. We have the day up segment that's coming up right now. We'll bring you the motivational quote. We'll bring you the weather forecast for the day. Also the forex exchange rate from the Central Bank of Liberia. Traffic tidbits from the Chief of Public Safety of the Liberia National Police. Mr. John Sai is going to join us to give us public safety tips. We'll also give you the prices of essential commodities, the flash schedule for the day at the Roberts International Airport, as well as county fairs. If you're going Ghana, you know that you start to the bridge, St. John's River Bridge. Yeah. Get on your leg, you know. Yeah. Cross. If you're further ninja, you're on your own. Or you just fly. Yeah. You see the need for alternative transportation in our country? Now you see how important it is to have
Very
alternative mode of transportation in our country. Everything about road, by road, by road, by road. What about by rail? What about by water?
Yeah.
What about by air? So if one is not going to serve you, the other is definitely going to serve you. And if you have other means and modes of transportation, the prices will drop because now people have options.
Yeah.
If there was a railway line in Liberia, a good railway network connecting our counties, the pressure wouldn't be on the motorways today. No. If you had a good water transport system.
People using their boat,
yeah,
other things.
But now you go try, say, oh, you're going to cross the St. John River. They say, that this will cross my road. I'm not going. So if you want to have any partner having Buchanan until they can face, until they can repair the bridge. Yeah. Having Buchanan get an invitation out.
Send an invitation for our email.
You cross the St. John River. I'm going. Liberia, an interesting country. We'll also give you trending issues as well. We'll bring you local and foreign stories. A review of the local dailies. Sports and entertainment will be presented by Shannon Goya, alias DJ SNW. We'll be cutting across Liberia to speak to our county correspondents. And at 9 a.m. this morning, we'll play host to Dr. Anthony Dash Morgan, a representative hopeful. District number 10, Montserrado County. Will be talking politics there. So, folks, once again, you're welcome. This is the Today Show. What does the weather forecast for today say? But before that, before that, there is this African parable that says it is a fool who would test the depth of the water using both legs. You get that? It is a fool who would test the depth of the water using both legs.
And for me, that's a very deep parable, and it has some deep interpretation.
Okay.
Yeah, because only the wise will understand. Only the wise will understand, because you cannot go and test the water by using both legs.
No.
You either use one leg.
That's what you do. You know, you even tip using the tip of your toes to test the depth of the water, or you use stick.
How you go jump in the pool?
You just put both legs and say, "Oh, let me test the water." You're not sure of the depth of the water, and then you take both legs. You might just sink if there's a quicksand, or if it's muddy, you get stuck. If it's deep, you go under and you get drowned. So it's either you use a stick to test the depth of the water if you don't know that terrain, or you use the tip of your toes, one leg, and test the depth of the water as you go on. So it's only a fool, according to our wise African elders, our ancestors. They've said it's only a fool who tests the depth of the water
using both
legs. So decipher that for yourself. Okay. All right, that's our parable stroke.
And I like that.
This morning. Go and decipher that for yourself. People have interpreted this in so many ways. So, I need a man. I ain't looking at John. I put my out there. I didn't research about this business where I invested my money inside. I lost everything. So it's only a fool who test the depth of the water using both legs. Otherwise, be cautious of how you approach unknown things. Things you don't know, be cautious. Do more investigation. Research. Don't hide behind a book and you go road wax and then you come by and say, "Oh, we have waste. Finally, I have waste wax." Yeah, go waste the whole wax. Let's go for the for the weather forecast for today, Emmanuel. Let's run through this quickly. So the weather forecast for today says thundery showers and gentle breeze. So we're expecting, according to our weather forecast, that today it's going to be a thundery day. We're going to expect thundery showers and a gentle breeze. We wouldn't have heavy winds, according to the weather forecast. From 7 a.m. this morning to 8 a.m. is expected to be cloudy. So if you're out there all about the country, you should experience that. Oh, the sun is not up that much. It's cloudy as well. That's according to BBC weather. That's going to happen from 7 a.m. this morning to 8 a.m. At 9 a.m., though, we have clear skies. But don't start smiling yet. We are expected to have thundery showers, but with clear skies from 9 a.m. this morning up until 3 p.m. this afternoon. Though with clear skies, but we should expect thundery showers from 9 a.m. this morning up to 3 p.m. this afternoon. Clear skies though, but light rain showers from 4 p.m. this evening up until 6 p.m. and then throughout the course of the night. I thought you see people on motorbikes, cross carpeting from different communities to communities. It's forecasted to be thundery throughout the course of the night from 7 p.m. up until tomorrow morning as well. People now start making calls. Say, hey, damn, I'm finna letting us know the weather forecast. You come and visit me now on your own. Humidity is at 94%, and our weather forecast is gotten from BBC Weather. They do get their readings from the meteorological station there at the Roberts International Airport. So there you have it for the weather forecast. Let me say good morning to some folks watching Spoon TV this morning. For the spoken to our people all across Liberia, from Lofa to Maryland County. Let's now bring on those that are watching us. So K Praise, oh Joey Ago, okay. K Praise says great work, Diamond, watching you from Abuja this morning. So he's in the capital city of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Good morning to you, K Praise. Good morning to Lai A. Kane. Lai, good morning. He says, good morning, Diamond. My brother and the peaceful citizens of my mother's land, Mama Liberia. I'm following you live from my comfort zone in district number 11, Cardwell. Good morning to you, Lai Kane. Good morning to Mac Julius Hills. Says, Wyatt book of condolences, talking about those posts that should be taken down from those who made those posts. Good morning to Henricio God Favor Flomusi, man, good friend there, watching us from Moldova in Italy. How are you doing, senior designer? Samuel N. Yuma, a very religious follower of the Spoon Network. Good morning to you, Samuel Yuma. I says, good morning, Spoon TV family. Ambassador Diamond and Slanger, Emmanuel, watching you guys from Broville City. Good morning. Vasco Menko Gao. Vasco is going to be a guest of ours on next week, Emmanuel. Yeah. Vasco is attempting to break 2 Guinness World Records. He's a Liberian scholar. I don't want to let the cat out of the bag too much. He's going to be our guest next week. He'll be telling us what records is he attempting to break and put Liberia out on the map positively. So when I just, like the president, we are getting war record, he said war record. Yeah. He won Ballon d'Or. Vasco say he himself wants to put Liberia on the map, but in a special way as well as other Liberians have been doing. Good morning to Siliki Tuayore. Good morning, Sidiki. Good morning to Ratello Tower, watching us from the Roberts International Airport. Good morning to Anthony Creighton. Says, good morning, Spoon TV. Good morning to Mel Kamara, my good friend and brother watching us from Sweden. Good morning to you, Mel. How are you doing? Good morning to Solomon Tibla, our very own Bapolu County correspondent, following us this morning. Mr. Tibla, good morning. Good morning to Cherio P. Sagan.
That's my man.
Yes, the veteran himself.
The veteran
himself. Yeah, the veteran himself, the entrepreneur, the journalist, the procurement officer. Good morning to you, Cherry. How are you doing, sir? Wow. Yeah. Good morning to Testimony Ebony Doga, another ardent follower of Spoon Network. Good morning to you. Good morning to CEO DJ Youngstar. How are you doing? Good morning to Emmanuel Colley. So Cherry is in his corner there in Bernard's Farm. Yeah. Good morning to Isaac Hill. Watching us from Kakata City, Maghibie County. Good morning to Desmond Worry. Desmond, good morning to you. Good morning to Daniel Santos Bolon, watching us from Gugarat, if I got that right. Good morning to Danny Blake, watching us from Ivory Coast. Doropo, watching us from Ivory Coast. Good morning to Logan Spencer. Good morning to Abdul Toure, watching us from Minnesota, USA. Good morning to Jerry Adams as well. So once you're watching us, just leave a comment and we'll definitely read out your comment as well. So Emmanuel, there you have it. Let's move quickly to the Central Bank of Liberia's daily forex exchange rate. So as from the CBL, as per their last update on the forex exchange rate, the last day was June 5. You have to see a new update from the central bank, so we're going by their last report as well. According to the Central Bank of Liberia, the daily forex exchange rate, that is Liberian dollars exchanged for USD or USD exchanged for Liberian dollars, the buying rate is 169. So small the CBL catching up. Yeah, 169 Liberian dollars equivalent to $1 United States dollar. So if you're exchanging 5 USD as per the CBL's rate of 169, 5 USD gives you 845 Liberian dollars. The selling rate is 171 Liberian dollars equivalent to $1 United States dollar according to the Central Bank of Liberia. So that gives you 855 Liberian dollars if you're going out there with Liberian dollars to exchange for United States dollars. But we are aware that the rate set by the CBL, it's not really what people go by outside. And even at the Forex bureaus, you see somebody exchanging for 173, 174. And if you're taking Liberian dollars to get United States dollars, you might just be taking 8. Somebody will say, I'm doing it at the rate of 180. 180. So that's from the CBL though. All right. So let's go quickly to the prices of essential commodities, petroleum prices, as per the last circular again from the government of Liberia, waiting on them to release a new circular. The last circular was released on the 11th of May, 2023. And as per that, the average price, the average pump price of a gallon of gas, or the stipulated pump price as per the Liberian government, is a gallon of gas is at $4 United States dollars 70 cents. That gives you $795. So if you go to the major filling stations, Emmanuel, the Connex, the NP, the Petrotrade, the rest of the major filling stations, you'll be buying a gallon of gas for $795 Liberian dollars. Diesel is at $4.95, which is 835 Liberian dollars as per the government of Liberia. But if you go to the smaller filling stations, or the can boys, I see it. Some people like to buy RC. Yeah, because they got this conviction that the people at the pump can get in air. Thank you. Thank you. I've had a bad experience with that as well. So some people like RC. Well, looking at it, yeah. I want 5 gallons. You empty 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You got to say low on the boat, low on the boat, and the pump. So for those who love RC, not because they love to be sure, but because the price is also cheaper, you can get a gallon of gas from the wayside for $7.20. They're about $7.35, between that range. But it's not going to be as high as at the filling stations, though. But this covers Monserrado County and most parts of Margibi. For Grand Bazapa, we got a report that gallon of gas now at G+. Yeah, so people just walk it. If you want to rock again, then just make sure that your package strong, that bridge can be repaired. So that's for the petroleum prices. All right, petroleum product prices. For rice, 25 kg bag of rice, the average price is $17.55 at the CBL's rate. That is 2,965 Liberian dollars. If you buy in Liberian dollars and they're taking it at a rate of 175, you might just be paying $3,075. But that is depending on your location and your brand of choice as well.
Certainly, just to inject, yesterday I found out at a Fudani shop on the Duper Road, it was $3,050 Liberian dollars
for a bag of rice. $3,050. So that is just the average range. So you can start budgeting $2,695 to $3,075.
Certainly.
Yeah. So you can't go and say, oh, my money not reached, let me go come back. No, we're informing you. So when you're going to buy your rice, you want to papa coming home, you want to be poor, you want to make sure you provide for your family. The average price for a bag of rice ranges from 2,965 Liberian dollars to 3,075 Liberian dollars. It's also depending on your location and your brand of choice as well. Don't go to the people's store 2,095 965 and say you want American rice. Yeah, you want to rice that in a cartoon. Diamond says so. No, we say the average Joe rice. Yeah. For cement, the average price is $7.50. At the CBS rate, that's $1,267. You can round it up to $1,270. If you're taking Liberian dollars, you might just be buying at the rate of 180, which is 1,350 Liberian dollars, depending on the brand of cement, your location, and how many bags as well, the quantity that you're going to purchase, you'll be given discounts as well. But these are prices just to put you on your guard, so that when you go out there, you can be well informed. All right. So Robinson says 179 at the rate of 179, $5 is $895. Okay, well, that's changing. Okay, awesome. Good morning to Lyra Johnson. Lyra says, good morning, guys. I'm watching from my Broadview stronghold. Is there any reason why other major currencies like the pound, the yen, and the mark are not mentioned in the exchange rate? What also about our neighboring countries? That's a good one. But we are a dual currency economy or a country. And the USD is the most popular foreign exchange currency that we use in our country. But I could bring you updates on the yen and the pounds, but they will not be from the Central Bank of Liberia unless I do further research, because if you go on the CBR's Facebook page or any of their information portals, it's just the USD rate. But if you go to town, Benson Street,
have the Fulanis.
Yes, people even exchange Australian dollars. Yeah, they exchange Canadian dollars. They exchange Japanese yen. They exchange the Chinese money. They exchange the Indian rupee. They exchange so many currencies. So we could go there. That's a nice point. Yeah. And just to bring one or two and feature them as well. Thank you, Lyra, for that brilliant suggestion. Is that something we can do, Emmanuel?
Yes, certainly. And I've been at that Benson Street changing Egyptian pound before. But
foreign currency deal. International connections.
Yeah, so that is something we can work on, and that would be good to add up to our rates and give the audience a sense of understanding as to how things are as it relates to other currencies.
Okay, and plus we have Liberians in all of those countries. Yeah. But the fact of the matter is, only when you come with the physical currency.
Yeah.
Nowadays, all money transfer apps and the rest of these financial apps, they do conversions. They do conversions, especially with the currency that is used in the country that you want to send the transaction to. So if you're based in Canada and you want to send money to Liberia and you're using Canadian dollars as your currency on that side, you have to exchange it at the rate on that particular financial platform to be able to get USD that you send to Liberia. But we can work on that as well, Leroy. Let a man get somebody in India or Japan. You want to know? All right, folks. Let's go to the flash schedule for the day at the Roberts International Airport. Who's landing? Who's departing? Yeah. Who's landing?
I like in the country, that. Who's landing departing? And who's departing?
Two places if you go to, you see the vast contrast in life.
Yeah.
The hospitals and the airport, or major border crossings. But we're taking the airport as our case study.
Yeah.
At the hospital, I remember the day my son was born. It was a Sunday, and I had to hold a lot of emotions in because as we were celebrating the arrival of new life, there were families on the same compound that were crying.
So
yeah, that were crying because they had lost a loved one, and we were celebrating the arrival of new life.
Yes.
So the hospital is a place that you see the vivid contrast in life.
Yeah.
The airport as well.
Yeah.
When you go to the airport, you get a strong hand.
I like to escort people at the airport.
Why you like to escort people?
I like it at times.
You like to go to the airport, eh?
At times.
Yeah. When you go to the airport, if you get a strong hand, you might just pass some corner and won't run on the plane.
You want to use some black magic to tell some ends to get in some of the luggage.
Yeah.
And
so people are arriving, people are departing, and there are those of us who are just the bystanders and looking. So, they make you America. When they come to America, slip on in photo. Look at Troy all going in America out of the airport recently. And I saw someone taking their 2 dogs out of the country. I'm like, so dog. Yeah. So the flash schedule for the day at the Roberts International Airport. We begin with arrivals today. So first up is Air Peace flight number P47536 from Accra, Ghana. That flight landed in Liberia at 12:01 a.m. this morning.
Okay.
All right. Royal Air Maroc flight number AT576 from Casablanca, Morocco. That flight landed in Liberia at 4:25 a.m. this morning. Askar Air flight number KP20 from Accra, Ghana is scheduled to arrive in country at 5:50 p.m. That is the estimated time of arrival. Brussels Airlines completes our arrivals for today. Flight number SN 241 from Freetown, Sierra Leone is scheduled to arrive in the country at 7:20 p.m. tonight. So for departures from the Roberts International Airport, Air Peace flight number P47537, destination Accra, Ghana. That flight departed from Liberia at 1:08 a.m. this morning. Air Maroc flight number AT567, destination Casablanca, Morocco. That flight departed as well as 5:52 a.m. this morning. So we've had 2 arrivals and 2 departures in this day at the Roberts International Airport. Aska Air flight number KP21, destination Accra, Ghana, departs the country at 7:30 a.m. this morning. We should check whether or not that flight has departed already. We'll bring you the latest on that, but it's expected to depart at 7:30 a.m. this morning. That's about 7 minutes ago. Brussels Airlines flight number SN241, destination Brussels, the Kingdom of Belgium. That flight is scheduled to depart at 8:40 p.m. tonight from the Roberts International Airport. So that does it for the flight schedule. We do get our flight schedule from Flight Radar 24. So data that we give you, we get from Flight Radar 24. That's our source. So you can check that out as well. If you're going to pick somebody up, be on time. It's not a pleasant feeling, to come and be hanging around, lingering around the airport. And if you're departing, it's good to be on time. It's good to be early, leave early so that you don't face any eventualities along the road. And then you don't have to overspeed to get to the airport. So that does it for foreign travels. Emmanuel is going to bring us up to speed with county fairs. Yeah, I'm on the Kingdom Press to cross St. John.
The issue about the county fair, we will not deal with Grand Bassa County. We will not deal with River State and Sano, because these are counties that are greatly affected by the issue of the St. John River Bridge. So giving you figures of fares from the transport fares as it relates to going Grand Bassa County, we will not be right on path with that. So we will deal with other southeastern counties and Northern County and some central counties. So that's it. So let's get to Montserrado to Calcutta is on taxi is $300 Liberian dollars. Montserrado County to Bon County on taxi is $1,000 Liberian dollars, and on bus is $600 Liberian dollars. Montserrado County to Ganta on taxi is $1,500 Liberian dollars, and on bus is $800 Liberian dollars. Montserrado County to Sacopie is $1,700 Liberian dollars on taxi and $1,000 on bus. Montserrado County to San Nicolas, that's Nema County, is $1,500 Liberian dollars on taxis, and on bus is $1,000. If you're going as far as Tapeta, you pay $1,300. That's $3,000 Liberian dollars. So let's get to Grand Crew. Objects moving to Grand Crew. We bring it in a very general thing. Object moving to Grand Crew, you have $19,000 Liberian dollars. If you are going to Grand Crew on today, you will pay $19,000 Liberian dollars. And if you go in Maryland, it's $100 United States dollars. $100 United States dollars. So you do your conversion. And River G from Montserrado to River G is $14,000 Liberian dollars. And from Montserrado County to Grand G is $8,000 Liberian dollars. And if you go in Lofa County, Vonjaman City, is $7,000 Liberian dollars. Zozo is $5,500 Liberian dollars. So that will do it for the transport fare. For those of you who are going in rural Liberia, there you have it.
Okay. All right, Emmanuel David. Thank you so much. So folks, there you have it. Emmanuel, you can call the Chief of Public Safety of the Liberia National Police, Mr. John Sa, to bring us up to speed with more traffic tips and lessons for us to learn, as he did on last week. He talked about, let me just do a recap quickly of what those things he said on Monday. He said the accepted alcohol percentage when you are to drink and drive is 0.05%. The amount of people that can break the other rule. 0.05%. That is what is accepted when they bring the breathalyzer and they put it and you breathe into it, and they test your alcohol, percentage level. It should be 0.05%. Anything above 0.05%, just forget it. You already break the law. You also talked about the issue of warnings, especially when a broken down vehicle is on the road. Though we see grass being used religiously in Liberia, I've gotten so used to it when I'm driving and I see grass on the road, meters away from a vehicle. I know that vehicle is broken down. That's how we've been able to locally let folks know that we have a breakdown on the road. But is that thing our own thing we can be doing? Grass is not accepted. It's either you have a triangle, a triangle that you can put on the road. You can have a pole that you can put on the road at least 500 foot away from the vehicle that is broken down, so cars that are approaching can know that yes, there is a broken down vehicle on the road. Or you put your emergency blinkers on. You put your blinkers on to let approaching vehicles know that your vehicle is broken down or has got some problem as well that is being settled. He talked about that as well. He also talked about the removal of parked vehicles in prohibited areas. You should check. He talked about checks that you can do to make sure your vehicle is in good running condition before you leave your homes. He talked about checking your oil, your tire pressure on your vehicles. He talked about checking your headlights to make sure they're working, and your water level and all of that, testing your brakes. But do we do all of those things? Nah, most of us don't. We just get in our cars, and then we leave. That's what he talked about as well. So once we get Mr. Sai on the road, he talked about U-turn as well, illegal U-turns, that you cannot just make 360 U-turn just there and then. You have to, negotiate at least at a 180 angle, and then you can turn. Because if you just do 360 without watching to know if there's oncoming traffic and all of that, there is a potential of being crashed into. So he talked about illegal U-turns as well. But once we get him on the line, have we been able to get him, Emmanuel?
Yes, he is.
Okay.
Winking endlessly.
Okay, so
he's speak up.
He's on the line. Let's see if we can talk to Mr. Johnson this morning.
Sir,
good morning, Chief of Public Safety, sir.
Good morning, my
Thank you. This is Diamond here. You're using Emmanuel number to call you because I number you know.
How are you?
I'm fine. So it's a pleasure having you back on. We're doing a recap of what you said on Monday. It's been educative as well, educating to us as well. So what do you have for us this morning, Mr. John Sa, the Chief of Public Safety of the Liberia National Police?
Well, this morning, I think let's talk about vehicle maintenance.
Okay.
Vehicle maintenance a bit.
All right.
So the first thing is that every driver operator should know that the car is an office. So how does an office look? So office, if you go to other offices, they are very clean. Clean. If even you don't have air cool, office should be clean. It should be nice. So it is with a car. A car is an office because that is where you get your daily bread for you and your family. Meaning that the car should always be clean. When passengers get in it, they should say, oh yes, the office is clean. Then the driver himself should be clean. Passengers should not get in your car and that who will say, stop, let me get down. So they say with the motorcyclists and care operators, we want it to be clean. So that is the tidiness part of it. Then the next thing is when you wake up in the morning, before you start your vehicle, there are some common rules to follow. So you first make sure you have engine oil to the level where the engine oil is supposed to go. You take out the dipstick, you check it, you put it back properly, you open the radiator. The radiator is where the water or coolant goes to cool the engine. Those places are places that are meant for the owner of the car. Those are easy places for one to access. Then you go to check all of the lights, the headlights, the signal lights. You start the car, you press the brakes, you check the horn, check your view mirrors, and everything. Then you now start the car. When the car is started, you have to wait for at least 5 minutes. Why are you waiting for 5 minutes? Because the engine of a car is made in such that oil is there, water is there, gas is there. So the gas ignites fire and the oil lubricates the engine. Then the water cools the engine. All of these people work together in there. So you have to wait for certain time to ensure that your engine is moving correctly. So that is how one should start the car. How one can maintain their vehicle. In the process of checking these things on your vehicle, and you notice that your brakes were not working, then you take it to the hospital. The hospital is the mechanic. If you notice that your light bulbs were not working, you take it to the hospital. Don't say, my lights are not working, let me manage. And don't say, my brakes are even though they hold it small, let me still manage. Because the brakes inform you ahead of time before it is completely damaged. So once you receive the information that the brakes are not holding properly, you now take your vehicle to the mechanic. I think we can stop here today and do another one another day.
Okay. Mr. Sir, I've got a couple of questions for you, sir. You talked about vehicle maintenance and the responsibilities of the owner/operator. But there are some vehicles that we see on the road, like yesterday, on my way to work, there was this pickup truck. No tail lights, nothing, all busted. No tail lights, nothing. So you can't even know if the man is signaling to go to the right or to the left, or he's just moving forward. And he just branched off the road. Like, when do you do regular inspections on defective vehicles, and how do you ascertain roadworthiness of these vehicles, sir?
No, there are two different things you talk about right now. So let's talk about the inspection. Right now, as I speak, we have team inspecting vehicles.
Okay.
We have team on the Bombing Highway. Maybe they will shift to the Kakata Highway today. We have team there doing inspection. But it's not so enough, because it is an on-the-spot inspection. So we have on-the-spot inspection, which we go check for your lights and other stuff. And the other inspection, you talk about roadworthiness. Roadworthiness is a specialized inspection which require a lot of work. It requires mechanic, it requires special site. And those sites must have certain equipment to check everything. I mean, emission, brakes, the engine, the tire rod, and the shock absorbers, etc., etc. So that is done to a particular place, and it is done one by one. It is not a easy job to do. It is where your vehicle drives in, then the technicians go in to inspect those things one by one. When they notice that, because there is a complete checklist of things that are inspected. So when they check and they notice that certain things were not there, they can give you the sticker, because after inspection, they should give you a sticker qualifying you to run your car. So when they check the car and notice that certain things were not there, they put X-ray and ask you to take the car back and repair it. Okay, so let me just take it back. We were just in Ghana. I was in Ghana with the road safety secretary, and we visited several areas, including the road water inspection site. We have one here, but it was not enacted, and it was the one that these Lebanese people brought close to the SKD Sports Complex. All of the equipment are there, but then we don't know why, and then it was put to stand still. Maybe one day they will come back. But all of the equipment are there for road waterness. Even the mission, they have the computers and other stuff there to check every stuff on every vehicle. But right now we don't have it in Liberia. If we have had road water inspection during Joe Tipton, that is more than 20 years now. And we have not had any road water inspection because we lack the technical know-how. Not the technical know-how, we lack the technical equipment to inspect, to do road water inspection.
Okay.
Well, all of those equipment are here. For reasons beyond our control, we can talk about. We are still waiting. Maybe one day they will say you can use them until the government get ready. Then we were fortunate to have been visited by an official from the UN who asked me if we had a site for them to build a site for road water inspection. And I told him yes. I immediately called the IG. He told me yes, he can find a spot at the police academy. If that is done, it will be very good for us because road water inspection should be done by a private company, combined with the police and the people from the Ministry of Transport for check and balance. You cannot be referee and then be the player at the same time. So for that reason, if they build it, we will rent the place to another company so that they can carry on the inspection.
Okay. Emmanuel?
Yes, Mr. Sa, I have a question. There are motorists following, and you have outlined those regulations. I want to know as to whether there are fines or punishment attached to each of those fines if violated.
Yes, they are fines for operating defective vehicles.
Okay.
Let's talk about the common ones. The signal light. That is the tail light, the hair lights, etc., etc. One day we'll talk about the lighting system of the car.
Okay.
What is happening is that right now in Liberia, people mount all sorts of lights on their cars.
Okay, do you wonder if people going deer hunting?
Thank you. And then they confuse the incoming drivers. If that light was placed on the incoming driver to your car, you will know the effect you are placing or the danger you are posing on the other driver. Because the light is in your favor, you don't know what you are doing. That we are finding a little bit difficult for night inspection. You know, we were doing some night inspection. One of our officers was hit and knocked down, seriously injured. So we for many years now we have not gone to do based on night inspection because drivers are careless and hitting our officers down. We hope to restart that for that inspection to go on. Hello?
Yes, sir. You're still live. So what's the fine? You talked about fines. What's the fine
The
for?
fine there is I'm driving right now.
Okay.
Yes, I am behind the wheel, so I can't tell you exactly what. But there are fines. There are fines for driving without headlights, driving without signal lights. There are fines in the law.
Okay. All right, Mr. Sa. We just have to leave it here for now. Thank you again for availing yourself to us and educating us on what we need to know when it comes to our motor roads and motorists as well. Public safety in itself. Thank you, sir.
It was a pleasure.
All right. So Mr. Johnson is the Chief of Public Safety of the Liberia National Police. So he talked about road, what you need to do to tidy your vehicle. And I wanted to ask him, but he says he's going to get to us on the fine. He talked about vehicles and operators must be tidy. Then he talked about some of our motorcyclists, should be tidy. Sometimes, have you had that experience? That unpleasant experience where you sit on a motorcycle and the motorcyclist his body odor is one that can cause you to faint.
Yes, I've experienced it several times, and even riding on some commercial vehicles at times the car is not pleasant enough.
I mean, that one comment I need to tell you.
Yeah, these are simple
how to
things.
Take care of your own self body.
These are simple things.
Yeah.
But people think to know these things.
Yeah. You riding on an object that gives you money. Even you can afford to buy $5 USD deodorant or roll on, if you want to call it that way. You can use soda and lamb.
Simple as it is.
Yeah. You can use soda and lamb to cut the odor scent. When you ride all day, you can say, oh, I finished sweating. Yeah, let me go shine and change this shit. Yeah. Some people, what are motorcyclists, what are taxi drivers, what are truck drivers, some of the men you see there, their eye, the core from the previous days is still there.
Yeah. Even the conductor on the bus.
And you want somebody, you stretching your hand over people, your armpit set oozing. Like, who needs to tell you that you need to take care of yourself, let alone your vehicle? If you can't take care of yourself, like a vehicle, you take care of. Somebody is not going to check their oil level until the car, stops running or the engine lock. Somebody is not going to check the water level until the car starts overheating. Somebody is not going to check their brake pads. In fact, they're not going to say, "Oh, let me observe the brake to pump it small and see if the car, the brake is still hard or something like that." So somebody's not going to check it, or even to do regular maintenance. To say, "Okay, I'll maintain my vehicle once a month or twice a month, depending on your pocket size and how do you use your vehicle, how regularly do you use your vehicle? If you're not using the vehicle regularly, you can say, okay, I don't use this vehicle regularly. So, but the car, in fact, some driver don't even get spare tire. We're coming from Grand Bassa on the announcement of Fixer 2 from that operation. And a driver left his passengers on the highway. It was raining. He left his passengers on the highway to go all the way here at W Junction. I'm talking about around the airport. It was around 9 p.m. He left those people there. Got the tire that spoiled, that got punctured, and we're going all the way here at W Junction to go look for a tire shop at the time of the night to repair the tire and go back for those passengers. You know the kind of danger you've put those people in. They finish paying you, finish collecting that money, you refuse to get that money, so you pocket the money and you leave them there without an alternative. Spare tire. Jack umpa, yeah, leave it. We ring, no, forget it. It'll be stopping. My man, help me with your jack now. Yeah, like, but you're making money for the object.
On the car.
But there are some tidy drivers and operators of keke and motorbikes. They'll wear their spray, they'll design in their vehicle. The air freshener will be all smelling nice and all of that because they know this is their hustle. They dress good.
Yeah.
You see the man, say, yeah, you want to ride with a person, but now where you be putting your nose so when the motorbike running, you got the breeze coming and hitting you and bringing the same body, so you have to put your nose so. Then you put your nose so.
Yeah.
Then you put your nose so because.
some of them, especially for some of the motorcyclists, some of them from taking the marijuana, some of them from taking the king juice and other things, and the bad breath.
Man, I can't get fun.
You don't know where your next recommendation will come from.
Of course,
because you are interacting with people from diverse backgrounds, and you don't know them at all. So the way and manner in which you present yourself, that helps you along the way.
Of course.
But people will just ignore all of these things. jump up on a horse early in the morning without taking a shower, without using deodorant and other things. You just jump on the car or jump on the motorbike, start to move on.
Look, the motorbike unions, the driver unions, and the rest of the unions, they need to not just be collecting money for these people, but also find time and regularly inform people on this, educate them on the need for such. At the end of the day, I make personal decision though.
Yeah.
You know what I do when I get on board a motorbike, when I stop a bike? You know the first thing I do? I greet the operator.
Okay.
You know why I greet the operator? One is out of courtesy. Two, when you respond and I smell anything like alcohol or weed on your breath, I'm going with you. Forget it. Yeah, I will not ride with you. Those are the two reasons. So you can adapt that as well. When you stop a motorcyclist, greet the person. Oh, my man, what's up? That I say, yeah. When the man talk to you now, you smell it. Go cheat up already. I change my mind, going again. And to our passengers, you are the customer. That driver or that rider is taking you to your destination to get paid. Control how that person rides you.
Sure.
Don't say that like one mumu.
You pay your money.
You can talk. Or when you talk and the man say, hey, you won't get on. Say, yeah, put me down. Put me down. Yeah, okay. Somebody can be play. The man can they get spare life. Like they get a life just in the plastic bag, just in so you know those who play Mario when you down and then you come out to life again. Like they behave like they're Mario. They get spare life somewhere. Just sitting. Nobody coming wrong with me. I better be late for an occasion than to be late forever.
Yeah. Sure enough.
Yeah. I better be late for an occasion than to be late forever.
Everlasting. Eternity.
Look, being on time is a choice. Only sometimes external factors might make you late for an occasion. But if you have to be at a place at 7 o'clock, why are you leaving your house by 6:35 or 6:40? Then you won't run with speed and reach there. Why can't you wake up early?
Early in the morning.
And be on your way at least by 6. So if there's any external factors on the road like traffic, or any other thing, you can have a contingency plan and still be on time. Nobody and me get a play, man. Me, I don't know about you. But when get a play.
And that's a real fact because Diamond, take into consideration now these days the motorbike riders, especially the young folks, they are taking other things that you don't smell. They have some pills. So it is good enough to control them while they are riding.
Of course.
Because
salient point.
You greet them, you don't smell anything. And then you call them back. Not knowing that guy has popped 4 or 5 pills.
Man, bat. Yeah.
He moving with you.
The breeze touching in paradise.
The man feel he's a Superman.
Put me down, Superman. All right, on your cape. All right, folks. So there you have it. Make your own choice. Public safety is also your responsibility. If anybody is not driving you professionally, anybody is doing unnecessary overtaking, anybody is riding you recklessly on a bike, it is your choice to say, Chief, thank you, Superman, but I don't want to ride on your cape anymore. Put me down.
The commander going free your daughter.
Yeah, go. And another tip I will share with folks quickly is, people say bike not get special price. But you know what can happen? Negotiate the price before you even start the journey. Yeah. If the distance is $200 Liberian dollars and you know it's 200 and the person charges you 300, you negotiate before you begin the journey. Too many times I've seen people involved in arguments.
Yeah.
After they've arrived at the destination and they say, how much? Then the man say, my owner price that 150. Then you go to the man say, bike not get special price. Like in buying aero, in buying, jet fuel. So negotiate. I'm on a public safety tip there for you too. So you can get in fight with operators. Negotiate. Agree on a fixed price before you embark on your journey to save yourself the argument, the this, the that, and blah, blah, blah. I did well with that tip?
Yeah.
All right. So we'll take a short musical break. When we get back, we'll go straight into the trending issues for the day. We'll talk to our content correspondents as well. And at 9 a.m. this morning, will play host to Dr. Anthony Dash Morgan, a representative aspirant or hopeful there in district number 10, Monserrado County. We have some training issues. We'll pick amongst the cream and then pick the creme de la creme to share with you this morning on the show. We'll be back right after this break. My name is Diamond Slanger and I'm here with Emmanuel David, and together we're presenting to you the Today Show on this wet Wednesday morning here in Liberia. We'll be back right after this break.
Boy, what's up?
Hey, Drew, I grew up.
Boy, you know what they can say a scratch card around here? I was just on the phone with my Oma and did my credit finish, and I can't even find anybody selling scratch card around here.
You said what? Scratch card? So fine, girl, you still scratching with your fine fingernails? My girl, you rather sleeping, yo. You not know you can buy credit and did I run the Tip Me app?
I have the Tip Me app, but I don't know how to buy credit.
My girl, listen. Just tap on services at the bottom of the dashboard, then tap on mobile recharge, select your country, Liberia, because of Liberia we in. Enter your phone number, then tap verify to display orange or Lone Star, depending on which one you're subscribing with. Then tap browse plan, select the amount you want to put in, enter your PIN, boom, you finish. You can buy airtime and data just like that.
Boy, easy, now all there.
No, ma, wait, that's not all. This is the juicy part. The Tip Me people say, on your Tip Me app, recharge any amount of airtime, whether that Lone Star or that Orange, you stand a chance to win free airtime every week from now to the end of this year. Last week, my sister won airtime and she just called you all over the place.
Thank you for telling me, yeah. From now on, I'll be buying all my airtime and data through the Tip Me app, so my calling and browsing can finish.
Just making phone Tip Me. Okay, let me tell you what Tip Me now.
It is new. It is a revolution. Yes, we are the biggest betting partner and we are here to stay. My people, they're not time to listen to your favorite radio, Spoon FM 107.5. Listen, just make sure you get your MTN mobile money account ready because Mokofi Umpa Ewe Wis. From Monday, May 8th, listen to your favorite presenter on Spoon 107.5 Mega Daily Cash Splash. To be a part, dial *799#. Each entry is just $100 Liberian, and you can enter as many times as you wish. Don't say I not tell you.
Back to the.
It is new. It is a revolution. Yes, we are the biggest betting partner and we are here to stay. My people, they're not time to listen to your favorite radio, Spoon FM 107.5. Listen, just make sure you get your MTN mobile money account ready because Mokofi Umpa Ewe Wis. From Monday, May 8th, listen to your favorite presenter on Spoon 107.5 Mega Daily Cash Splash. To be a part, dial *799#. Each entry is just $100 Liberian, and you can enter as many times as you wish. Don't say I not tell you.
Baby, calm down, calm down.
Okay, folks, welcome back. This is the Today Show on Spoon 107.5 FM. We're also live on Super 95.5 FM and on our Facebook TV page, Spoon TV Live. My name is Diamond Slanger, and I'm here with Emmanuel David. Welcome back, Emmanuel. Tell us more about the Spoon FM Daily Mega Cash Splash.
You know, the Mega Daily Cash Splash is a radio game on Spoon FM, and you win some money. It's a big money. And you have to dial *799#.
Be slow about reading the number. How do people subscribe to play? Yeah. So talking about money bidding,
how you do it? Using your mobile money account. Using your mobile money account. That's *799#.
*799#.
And then you will transition to a point you see the list of radio stations. And Spoon FM is situated as part number 3.
Okay.
And you select Spoon FM and then place in your entry. You have $100 Liberian if you are using your Liberian dollar wallet or you are using your US dollar, you pay 70 cents
Mm.
and it qualifies you to win 2,500 Liberian dollars.
Okay.
So easy as it is, and you make some big money. And as soon as your number emerge as the winning number, your money come immediately on your phone.
Mm.
So it is easy, and that's it.
All right. So now, to my people there, all you need to do, take your Lone Star mobile money phone, you dial star 799 hash. Press enter. You go straight, you select number 3, Spoon FM.
Mm.
Press enter or OK. You play with your late buck, $100 Liberian dollars.
Mm-hmm.
Or if you're using your USD wallet, you play with 70 cents.
70 cents.
The more you play, the better your chances of winning.
Certainly.
Yeah. So play as many times as possible, but each entry
is $100
Liberian dollars or 70 cents. And once the draw is done, you stand a chance of winning 2,500 Liberian dollars instantly.
Instantly. The money comes
instantly. So start playing now, because as you play, we're seeing it here on the dashboard.
Yeah.
So start playing now. It's an automatic raffle draw. Now human beings selecting the numbers to say, oh, I'm selecting Paul, I'm selecting John. No, it's done. It's an automated system that robot can choose.
Robot don't know anybody.
The robot don't know anybody. So if you play with $100, you stand a chance of winning 2,500 Liberian dollars. Again, the code is star 799 hash. Start playing.
And you have to be very careful because the list of radio stations you are listening to Spoon now.
Mm-hmm.
So if you select other station, then perhaps you are not in our raffle draw.
Yeah. So you have to play and select number 3. Spoon
3,
FM is number 3. And then we will see. We'll be looking at your name, your number, everything will appear right on the dashboard. And after the time for a draw, the automated draw will be done. So start your day by winning your 2-5. Calculate that by $5 per bowl. You know, a 5-day walking red on it can do a lot for you. All right, folks. So let's go to trending. Let's go to trending issues. I'll keep playing though. Star 799 hash. You know, it's the code and select number 3, Spoon FM. Place your $100 Liberian dollars or your 70 cents USD, and then you win as well. You stand the chance of winning as well. The more you play, the better your chances of winning. And you must be 18 years and above.
Yeah.
Below 18 minus. Don't tell your mom when you go play and say, oh, I win and you won't come for the money. Don't will send the money to you instantly, but we discourage underage, folks getting involved in such activities. 18 and above. Okay. All right. So to trending issues. A lot of trending issues happening in the country. Yesterday on my way to the office, around 4 p.m., I did see the headquarters of the Coalition for Democratic Change, the CDC, was engulfed, was jam-packed. There was this array, a variety of uniforms.
Yeah.
Variety of uniforms, different schools and different students, those 12th graders who had just completed writing the West African Senior Secondary Certificate exams, the WASI in Liberia. We say WAS, those students were there. So there you have it. For those of you watching, you did see a little bit of the video, and the ground was really packed. So I decided to know what's happening. And I was told that the 12th graders had come on their own accord to thank the president for all he's been doing and for paying their fees to sit the regional exams. So then I asked, you said they came on their own accord? I said, yes. So, but why the Monserrato transport buses, they kill up being and wasting all around here? Did the students contribute their own money to say, okay, we'll transport ourselves? Or transportation was done for them on their behalf by another person? The president said, well, the students just came to appreciate the president. What caught my attention is the fact that these students were still in their uniforms, whether or not they're about to graduate from high school or whatever it is, but they were politically active in their school uniforms. If it was just a thank you, so Mr. President, we've come to say thank you and all that kind of stuff without involving the political aspect into it? That is the question. You know, these students were in their uniforms, straight from the exam halls, straight there in their uniforms, politically active, wearing their berets and all of that. And they were there enjoying. The enjoyment aspect, again, I don't have any issue with that. But are we now saying that political parties can also go to school grounds and go and campaign or go and recruit our students when they're in their student guises at the time? They're in their uniforms, the safe spaces of their campuses, the sanctity of their uniforms. Are they not supposed to be left with student politics at that level when they're not in their uniforms? You know, they can go and affiliate with whatever party of their choice. But they said it was voluntary. I was informed it was a voluntary thing done. So who paid for those buses? Who paid for those buses? Is it the MCSS? Is it the school administrations that paid for those buses? Was it arranged by the party to bring these students on the grounds there to tell the president thank you? It's always good to appreciate people when they do good for you. By the end of the day, if you say voluntarily, then who volunteered to have them transported there, Emmanuel? So that's the thing. Students in their uniforms, whether they are outgoing seniors or not at that point in time, they've not graduated, they're still in their uniforms. Should we be seeing students in their uniforms at seeming political or political rallies? That is the question.
You know, that's a question that needs answer. And I was following on yesterday as well on some of the local online television. And the entire thing, you know, Damo, what you said is a real fact. If someone does something for you, that person needs to be appreciated.
For sure.
But to politicize the entire thing, and I was listening to the comment on yesterday, the guy that was giving the speech on behalf of the coalition, he politicized the entire thing.
But they're a political party.
Instead of
it was on a political party ground, Emmanuel. What do you expect?
Instead of encouraging the student to forge ahead in their education endeavor, and he was there showing jobs at opposition as well. You know, that beat my imagination. You know, Damo, let's call a space of space. You know, it's not everything we should politicize in this country. Not everything we should politicize in this country. And from what I saw yesterday, I think in my mind there was an arrangement made. There was an arrangement made for those students to converge at the Coalition for Democratic Change headquarters. There was an arrangement made because it was a planned program. It was certainly a planned program, and the students were there in their numbers. And one of the things, he made a statement and said, you have come in your thousand, though that place was packed, but I don't think
that number actually, you know, it was at least above the 1,000 threshold. The place was packed. We can give it to the CDC for that. I am not flagging this because I'm against appreciation. No, people should appreciate people for doing good for them once you feel it's something that has done you a lot of good. But the issue of having students engaged in active politics, not student body politics, but in their uniforms as well, at the point. And we are reminding them politically that, look, election is around the corner and all of those things, and we are inciting them, and we're making statements that are jabs and all of those things, then it takes away the essence of the thank you part of this entire thing.
Certainly.
Because if the students had come to tell the president thank you, the students would have come on their own accord. You know, they would have come and give their appreciation to the president, and they would have left. But to politicize the whole thing at the end of the day, well, it's a thin line. It's a very thin line. These students, majority of them are registered voters. That's the fact. They have their rights to vote. But let them take out their uniforms first. You know, let them take their uniforms off first. they can get in their political spirits or whatever it is. So that was just something we decided to just bring up and talk about. But again, the place was packed. I should tell you that. I admired the different colors of uniforms, blending. It was really nice.
Maroon and white, green and white, and
the rest of the uniforms. All right. So to go to Grand Bassa County quickly, we have gotten the information. This happened on Saturday. So we'll just play the video for those of you watching, and those listening via radio will hear the audio as well.
Okay. So it's disjoint, right? Yeah, it is. Like you see this place, it used to be. You see up here? Okay. This used to be together. And now it's opening up.
As you can see, my friend who did the recording, for you to know actually that the bridge is disjointed. You can see that cars, the trucks are parked all across and waiting for police instruction before they can even go. You can see everything, everywhere is stuck for now in Grand Bassa County. Yeah, you can see that everywhere is stuck, and we're taking our time to even cross by legs for our car to take time to cross. Yeah, it's not an easy thing. We pray that it shouldn't happen because it will not be good for Liberia, especially during the election period. Yeah, yeah.
All right. So that's excerpt from the St. John River Bridge, Grand Bassa County, a major bridge, linking Grand Bassa County to other parts of Liberia. There are several bridges along that road, but the St. John River Bridge is the major bridge of all of them. Though all those other bridges play the same role, but it's the largest on that road. It's the widest on that road as well. We have the Farmington River Bridge. We have other bridges there as well, but that is the longest or the biggest bridge that links Grand Bassa to other parts of Liberia, Montserrat County included. The bridge on Saturday, it was reported, confirmed by the Ministry of Public Works, that the bridge, one of the bearings, let me show that video from under the bridge. You see one of the bearings.
How it should be. Nothing extra. That it is sitting on just the marble and a marble crack. The marble crack from this side. The marble crack from right here. And the piece on the other side. You need to one. This is on the bridge. Yeah, but here in the north, I'm beginning here. Yeah, like down you have in it. Down the center, okay. Okay.
All right. So the information we've gotten and confirmed by technocrats, engineers, and the government of Liberia through the Ministry of Public Works has confirmed that one of the bearings under the bridge has burst. One of the bearings, and you saw from the video that one, it has been cut in half, and another chip of another pieces on the other side, and because of that, the bridge, has gotten a bit slanted. The bridge has gotten a bit slanted, and this has caused for vehicular movement on the bridge to be restricted, and because of that, the prices of commodities in Grand Bassa County, the prices have also been affected, Emmanuel, because if you don't have cars crossing, coming from Monrovia and other parts, to go to Grand Bassa, goods to be sold, people and movement to be commuted, people to be commuted back and forth, then it puts a strain on the already available commodities there. Yeah. Because bulk of the supplies come from this end of our country. Though they will get supplies from other neighboring counties, but at the end of the day, majority of the supplies come from Monrovia, the outbound from Monrovia to Buchanan City. What we've been told, and we'll play the clip from Representative Matthew Fairplay Joe, but what we've been told by our correspondent in that county is the Ministry of Public Works, through the resident engineer there in Grand Bassa County, took a local engineering firm, a subcontractor to Asala Metal, to go and inspect the bridge and they saw that one of the bearings, got bursted. Now, this is the part that has astounded me. One, the fact that we have bridges in our country that do have these types of bearings, and we have been told the bearing will have to be imported. So we have none on standby. Nada. And it's going to take more than a month to import the bearing, according to what we've been told by Representative Fairplay Joe. Yeah. I've been reaching out to the Minister of Public Works, Minister Collins, sent text, called, to no avail. We want the Ministry of Public Works to also speak to the public. She's spoken to the public though, but since Representative Fairplay Joe spoke and said it's going to take months, because what they did was they took the picture of the bearing and said they were going to look for the bearing in Liberia. If they can find it before they will start to look outside. So, what type of maintenance do we do in our country? Why do we have resident engineers in the various counties? What's their job? Is maintaining public bridges and roads not part of their job? Is preventive maintenance not part of their job? Is regular routines, routine checkups not part of their jobs? Do we wait for things to spoil without having any backup at all? And then we start to look for, how can we get this done? How can we fix this? The people of Grand Bassa County and other counties at large have been affected, including Montserrado County, because some produce from Grand Bassa will have to make its way to Montserrado County. Emmanuel, some produce will have to make their way. We're also talking about the movement of human beings. People have to go there and about to conduct businesses, to meet their families for their own personal reasons.
Diamond, this issue has caused hindrance to a lot of activities.
Of course.
From Montserrado to Bassa and from Bassa to Montserrado. And as you were talking, a thought dropped in my mind. I think it is necessary to be proactive rather than having a situation to engulf you before finding a way out. And this has become Liberia's problem, age-old problem.
It is.
And to be frank, I think to have a periodical check on those facilities would be a very good thing. We have the engineers, and these are people who are paid by public taxpayer money. We have the engineers. Why can you do a periodical check on those facilities rather than having a situation and then you start to maneuver way out to see how you can fix it? Being proactive in administration or in anything in life has a very important role to play. And I would like to address the issue at the House of Senate. Damon, when the discussion was going on yesterday, Honorable Senator Snow rather, made a statement, and which of course it caught my attention.
Said that the CPP trucking.
Damon,
they are just joking, man.
No,
Damon just being light-hearted.
Damon, no.
You can't be too serious all of the time.
No, that is a serious issue that needs some serious attention and serious discussion. You cannot blame that. And I listened to some media institution news, and it was in their headlines.
News outlets will always go for catchy stories and enlarging things, make mountains out of molehills. It's part of the job. Having a nose for the news is to go for something that will be uncertain, something that will be unusual, like the statement made by Senator Snow. Come on, man. It's true that after the program, it didn't take so much of a time for the bridge issue to happen. But how did the CPP, cause the bridge to get damaged as it is, because people went in and out of the canal?
And my issue here, if there's a serious issue, let it be, put a focus and attach some seriousness to it, because there are lots of people, and even the Ministry of Commerce has to make some impact in in Grand Baza to tell business owners to open their stores in other places. The people, the thing have created a greater impact on the lives of people in Grand Baza.
Of course, but let's look at this thing step by step, because we have to move to other trending issues. Let's look at this thing step by step. So we've been reliably informed by our inside sources that Musa Hassan Belete is to appear at the LRA 10 a.m. this morning. So we are going to dispatch a team to the LRA to follow the proceedings there. Will not be allowed in. I can say that for sure, unless they change that protocol, because they're going to have discussions. But we'll see if we can talk to him as well. All right. So let's go back to this. First thing first. Everywhere in this world, it is a generally accepted norm that prevention is better than cure.
Yeah.
If you are a resident engineer, this bearing is not something that is going to just crack and burst all of a sudden. It will generally start to crack small, and crack marks are visible.
Yeah.
It raises the question as to how routinely was that structure checked and maintained. The bridge, I've been told, was constructed in the 1960s.
Yes.
Similar thing happened around, they had another crack issue somewhere 2021.
Yeah.
We have a structure that was constructed in 1960, a major route, transportation route, where vehicles of all types and sizes use. And we are allowing this to happen. It wasn't an earth tremor that caused it. It wasn't earthquake that caused it. It wasn't any seismic, activity that caused it. It is because the bearings have been worn out. The bearings, when you even drive in your car, the bearing will definitely get worn out. Maintenance of our public facilities and structures is a huge problem in our country. And we are always reactionary Liberians. It's even in our government. We are reactionary.
Yeah.
We don't do sustainable planning and sustainable development. We'll just do things for the moment. What the white men call quick fixes. We wait for things to happen, then we do quick fixes. Someone jokingly said, and that joke has got a lot of meaning, Emmanuel, that we allow these things to happen because the money you pay to repair will always be more than the money you use to prevent. So people do these things for their courts and their this and their that. You're facing maintaining road, but the road just spoiling all the time. The same spot just spoiling every rainy season. So we do the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over.
Again.
Have we not considered the fact that we have endangered the lives of our people by poorly maintaining public structures? We travel all around the world. There's something called international best practice. As an engineer, what is your regular routine on checking bridges and other major structures? You are assigned. People's lives are in your hands. Do you just sit back in a vehicle and you get an inscription on it, Grand Baza County resident engineer, and you passing up and down? Availability of spare parts. Even your small car get problem in Liberia. That's the reason all of the cars in Liberia look the same. We use the same make, model, and types. It's hard to see exotic cars here because there is no market for spare parts. We have bridges in our country. Bridges that use bearings as such. Did we ever say in our minds that, oh yeah, this bridge was constructed since 1960, thereby in the 60s, and there's now a need to check these bearings and make sure we know the lifespan, to calculate the remaining lifespan as per the usage, as per depreciation. Okay, let's have 2 or 3 or 4 on standby. We'll take phone. Meaning the engineer not even know the bearing, the type of bearing that on the bridge. To just look at it and say, okay, as per the specs of this bridge, this bearing is size XYZ and blah, blah, blah. Off your head, you go there and take phone and take the picture. Say, oh yeah, let me take a picture of the berry to go look for it. What kind of country are we running? Look at our traffic lights. They're all off.
No maintenance.
No maintenance. Look at our public structures. Look, Liberia is a very blessed country.
Sure.
Liberia, no matter how you take it, Liberia is a very, very blessed country. We don't experience landslides like that. We don't experience mudslides, earthquake, earth tremors, other geoseismic, occurrences. Flooding is usually based on the fact that we build in a waterway. If it rains here, it doesn't take a long time. The water will be absorbed into the soil. We are a blessed country. But are we always abusing this blessing of ours? Simple thing. Like regularly maintain. Just go on routine checks. Amen.
That's all. That's all.
You know what we do? We always want to be seen like we're working.
Yeah.
So somebody going to that wedding and okay, 16 journalists behind it.
R7.
Yeah, because we want to be seen like we're working. But are we actually working, Emmanuel?
I don't think so. And Damon, you make some points that draw my attention to things that have happened. I think things happen to learn a lesson. You remember the collapse of the old bridge? If there was a check on that bridge, I think the government could have come up with some information that people shouldn't use that route, but rather the thing happened overnight, and it was just by the grace of God that people were not involved in the crash of that bridge. And besides, Damon, the issue of doing a periodical check on those facilities play a very major role. It safeguards that particular project and also help maintain the project. You were talking about some public buildings. Look at the ministerial building for case studies. Foreign government has spent some huge
millions of dollars.
And then just go and take a look at that building. The building is in a very bad look. The building is not, it hasn't been Peter for a while. The issue of electricity is another case. The other time there was an ECOWAS, a parliament summit there, and then Corin had to go.
Yeah.
While you have foreign
but look at the airport. Let's take our public buildings one at a time. Major landmarks in our country. Look at the tourism aspect of our country. Look at the island.
Yes, the Providence.
The Providence Island. A tourism site. A Liberian heritage site. Look at how it's left dilapidated. So then that you can make money from, we leave it to rot. Look at the Roberts International Airport. Go there. The rain, the mold, all on the mold all on the building. You can see the water, the way the water can drain. You can see the place is green. How much will it take you to maintain this structure? Because if you leave the place to get molded up, the water soaking the concrete. You go look, the sun hat is expanding, cracks start appearing.
Yeah.
You are playing with the structure integrity.
Yeah, certainly.
The integrity of the structure is enhanced and maintained by regularly carrying out inspections and doing routine maintenance works. Look at go to water and sewer yard on the Fiamma. Go there. The number of vehicles that you see in that yard, it outnumbers the current number of working vehicles the water and sewer has got.
Yeah.
The last time I was there, I counted close to 20 vehicles, trucks, suction trucks, water trucks, pickups, Land Cruiser Jeeps. They all there, damaged. Many of them donated by foreign partners. Somebody gives you a gift to empower the lives of your people, and you allow it to get damaged. But look at their personal vehicles, how clean and well maintained they are.
That's what they service to the nation.
Brand new Jeeps. They exhaust leaking water. because the Afrometer and everything new.
Working on time.
But the ones that your people are supposed to benefit from, the ones that the country depends on, the ones that foreign partners and Liberians alike use to grade us by our appearance, we leave everything to rot. We leave everything to rot. If the bridge had collapsed and people had lost their lives, that when we come out and get statement, why can't you stop that from happening? Whoever that resident engineer is in Grand Bassa should be queried. Now,
Paku is strong.
let it serve as a deterrent to others that just don't sit. Go out there and do your job. The people that are paying $1,000 plus for a gallon of gas, you have suffered them. You suffering them. The people that are paying $3,000 plus for a bag of rice now, because business people are going to exploit the situation.
With a little a problem to exploit people. And
You
that's the
have
case
caused
here.
them that.
Yeah, sure.
Look at how thick that bearing is. A bearing that is on a heavy duty bridge. That bridge is not a lightweight bridge.
Never.
The bearing busts into. You think it just happened overnight? There were signs.
Yeah.
There were signs. If you were doing your regular inspection, Emmanuel, your regular preventive maintenance, you would have caught on to it.
Yeah. We couldn't have had.
You would have said, oh, bearing number 3, so the weather at angle XYZ
It's creating problems.
is creating problem. So there is a need. We start to import one. If it's already available on the market, we get it. If it's something that was customized and produced, we send the specs for the company to have it done. And it has got the lifespan of at least 4 weeks. So what we can do now to increase the lifespan is to reduce vehicular traffic on the bridge small, until the bearing can arrive in the country, and then we can change it. That is how proper and professional people behave. That is how they behave. So again, to the Minister of Public Works, whoever that resident engineer in Grand Bassa County is, you need to query him or her.
Ruth Coco Collins is a call to you.
You need to query that person as to how come. Let them give you reports as of when they last did a maintenance check, when they last went there to see and do an inspection. What if Liberians have lost their lives? But we come out and say, oh, we're sorry, it happened.
And that's going to be the case that month. That's going to be the case.
We travel to other countries. Why don't we bring back the positives? We go to conferences and seminars and the rest of these things. Go and watch how your fellow human beings are protecting the lives of their citizens and maintaining their public structures' integrities. People that got bridges and buildings that are 100 times larger and bigger than ours. They're still able to do regular maintenance and routine checks.
Yes.
On those bridges, they have maintenance routes that people can pass to go and see these things and do inspection. Not because they're jobless and they're looking for something to do. It's because they know their people's lives are very important, number one. The structural integrity must be protected, number two.
The essence.
It's going to be a waste of money to allow millions of dollars in project to just collapse. Then you have to build a new one. You have to take into consideration the economic impact it is going to have on the lives of these people. Those who go and cross the St. John River by water now. You know what you're doing to their lives?
Endangering them because they are using canoes. And it's not safe enough. It's not.
You know what you're doing to their lives? It's also a call for alternative means of transportation in our country. Let over dependence say on road. I hear most of our presidential aspirants saying we need more roads. It's true. What about alternative means of transportation?
Yeah.
What about that? What about railroads? What about waterway transportation? Boats, safe boats, ferries. What about investing in local air transportation? We need to diversify the over dependence on road.
Hey man, you are in the 21st century.
We're in the 21st century.
We are not living in the 21st
We're not to
century
talk about
reality.
we're not talking about Musa accessibility. We're not to talk about all of those things.
Yeah,
but
it's
this
time.
one is human interest, and
Yes.
we'll talk about it. We
This
can
time.
talk about those topics on another day.
On another day. Sure enough.
You can talk about those. Look, there are ways these things can be done. Even me, like yet I don't have enough business experience. If you put me there, I can write you a good plan, a proposal as to how we can get it done. Everything cannot be government. Everything cannot just be government. The government can go into a public-private sector investment, a joint venture. There are millions and millions and millions of miles of rails that are unused around the world, and they're in good conditions. There are millions of train cars and trains that are around the world that are in good condition, but for those country standards, they no longer meeting their standards, and they're there. There are companies you can go to and say, look, you can come and construct your railway.
Yeah.
The government is going to have a percentage in the company, depending on from 10 to 20 to 30% will be government owned. We'll give you duty free. We'll strike a deal with you that you can operate this railway for X number of years, and after that it can be turned over to the government, or we'll just remain in this partnership. Come and invest in Liberia. Look at how many people get stuck in the mud to go to the southeast. Look, my people.
This is very sad, and Damo, to be real, our leaders really thinking the path of what we're discussing, because these are old age problems.
Old age
problems. And mitigating this problem, it need a level head thinkers, not one who will just come and just want to perpetuate power over time, and just focusing on the positive aspects of leadership and not looking at the other way. Most of our things that have been done here, these are political projects, and not looking at things that will seek the welfare of the people. And
we don't have working a very vibrant national transit authority, right? But we have a senator who's got more buses, almost like more than the NTA. Working buses. You know, it's always about individual. My name, rather than a collective effort.
Political project.
Look at the other simple thing that can generate money. Toll booth. Hey, my people, we get road networks, but yet the government can't even generate revenue from toll booth system.
It's a sad time for our country.
You put one to Booker Washington Institute. When you come in from Monrovia to Magibi, you start right there, you pay. Based on the classification of your vehicle, you pay. Monrovia to Ganta, you can put one along the road. Bong to Nimba, you can put one along the road. Generate the revenue that you can use to reinvest in the country. But we travel to other countries. We're proud to sit on the people trains, and we're taking selfies. Oh, on the train today in Hanover, Germany. Oh, we enjoying.
Come back home zero.
Zero. When are we going to step out of this shoe that if it is not me, it can be John? So Peter, Mary, Paul, Mamusu, everybody else cannot benefit. You think if we had a working railway or a good waterway transportation, the prices of commodities will be as the way they are in the southeast and other parts of the country?
No.
You think our people will spend weeks and weeks on the road, stuck in mud, to get to one part of the country? You think we wouldn't make money from the tourism sector? Because I can get on a train from here and go straight to Cape Mount or somewhere else to go and enjoy the scenery and pay good money and boost our local economy and come back without the stress. Why are we not exploring other options? Transportation. Why are we? Why are we still living like the Stone Age?
In the 21st century,
a whole country, you can count the number of working traffic lights. Everybody does their own thing on the road. When traffic light come on, like achievement, traffic lights. Our friends are using automated systems. They sit in one big control room with all the traffic cameras all around. They're seeing everything. Everything is controlled, automated. You can change the traffic light duration based on the traffic flow. People just sit and do everything. We go to these countries, we have our families there. They enjoy those facilities, but when we come to Liberia, zero. Traffic lights is an achievement in our country. Why are we? Is it that we don't have the educated people? We do.
We do have them.
It just comes down to being patriotic.
Love for country.
Love for country. Love for duty. Love for your responsibility. Why are we?
If you are given an opportunity to serve, take it as a honor because you have over 5 million people and you were choosing. Why can you serve?
Look at the LPRC. Today, we just buy finished petroleum products because we decided that refinery not good for us. So we'll spoil our own. We buy finished products. All of those going to school studying chemistry and the rest of the sciences. You think if we had a vibrant and working oil refinery, that wouldn't have created jobs for them? All of the thousands of graduates coming out of colleges every year without jobs. You think if we had a vibrant transportation sector where other parts of the country, are equally gaining on in development, people will not diversify and spread out and go to the rural areas of the country to go and make money? You think so? You think all of the pressure will be on Montserrat County and small, tight Miami? You think so? You think it's just all about go to school and learn? Having learned, how can you practicalize what you've learned? Yeah, my people. Now Americans will can't develop our country. They will only help and assist. It must be Liberians. Look at Singapore. Look at Taiwan. Look at Malaysia that we far older than.
Bring it right by in Africa, Uganda.
Look at Ghana.
Uganda.
Look at Rwanda. It's their citizens, their policies, their love for country that's got them where they are today. Where are we? Where are we? Where are we as a country? Education. Education. Smart people we are. All Liberians are smart, intelligent, quick to pick up. I'm a Liberian. When I speak like a Ghanaian for you, you wouldn't believe it. When I speak like an Indian person for you, you wouldn't believe it. When Liberians travel and they decide to adapt and assimilate, they do it like this. Smart. The way we catch on to things, a Nigerian person can live in Liberia for almost 30 years. You still hear that Nigerian accent. We quick, Emmanuel. We quick to assimilate. We smart. Why are we at the back of the queue?
That's $1 million question.
Why are we at the back of the queue? If you're not me, it can be anybody else.
Envy, hatred, all mixed up.
Are we thinking about our children's future in the 30, 40 years to come? What country are we leaving for them to inherit? Amen. Amen. See Invisible Park, the Invincible Park. If you count the most visited public area in Liberia is the Invincible Park.
Yeah.
Amen. Because that was first time to see that kind of thing. So we troop in there.
And Diamond, just to bring to your attention, you know, the newly constructed road in the red light area, it will interest you to know that a part of that road, garbage have taken over the entire place. Road that haven't been dedicated. You know, it just beat my imagination at times when I see these things going on. Having people who are clothed with the responsibility to erect the right checkpoints, do the right things, even though they are stubborn citizens, but you have to put your feet on the ground to ensure that the right thing is done.
Why you think Barry Bro is effective? How do you think so?
For me, in my mind, I think she has love for this country, and besides, she wants to see the right thing done.
You know what my answer is? She's a doer. That's my answer. Madam Bro is a doer. When she says she's going to do this,
she do it immediately.
She will do it. That is resilience. She doesn't mind the market, the noise in the market, but to achieve her end game. Look at the Doe Community Road. Is that a road to that? All the curve there. Those curves, many of them could have been straightened up.
Yeah.
You know why we didn't do it? Politically.
Yeah.
We don't want to take people out of their homes. If we do it, we'll lose votes.
And trust me, I think it's a scenario that you realize.
Look at the UL or the Fender land. You know what is happening there now? The government paid those people who had claims to the property.
Yeah.
Compensated them. You know what they're doing now? People are repurchasing those lands that the government has already compensated people for, and they are building there. You know what they will say again? We can't touch nobody now. Election coming. Yeah, if we do something now, people will be angry at us and they will not vote for us. They will not vote for us. But are you also calculating that if you decide to do something now after election, you have to recompensate those people? So you're paying for the same thing twice? But because of a political decision, you've decided that money that could have gone towards education, money that could have gone towards healthcare, you're going to compensate again because of a political decision.
I think it is right to actually do the right thing and serve for a 10, than to continue going the same old straight jacket procedure and serving for multiple terms. And leaders should refrain from that. They should refrain from that. It is good as a leader to serve for just a 10. If you serve at 6 years or 5 years, serve for that 6 years or 5 years. If you will be booted up, fine. But you have set a legacy. But serving for multiple times and not living by a very strong legacy that you will be remembered for, I think that's a waste. That's certainly a waste. And these are things that we are confronted with here. These are things that we are confronted with. People will sweep things under the carpet just for a political motive. And that is wrong. Absolutely wrong. Look at the folks there, right? Like they have chased those people over time. But now government is reneging because they told them not to sell people the coastal, and these are people who are selling people the coastal, and they are creating debt every day, and the PCC is not capacitated enough to take all of those debt from there at a time. And as the debt spend hours, days, it get very plenty and cover the entire place. Go and look at the demarcation stuff that is placed there to draw a line between the car road and where
the curb, the sidewalk, the curb.
Some of those are broken. I'm telling you, Tamo, we will have to go and
do you know why we are like this?
Road that haven't been dedicated though. That's the road I'm talking about.
Remember on Monday we talked about presence. You see, as a leader, even as a parent, your words should not always fall on barren ground. You just talk, but you do nothing.
Yeah.
You know what happened to you? you start to lose your relevance and your respect. And someone will come into you in a minute. Yeah. All right. You start to lose your respect. That is how we've become in Liberia. So, come not ready for the land, man. Yeah, I'm going to be ready. Let's be on the play, man. So people now take things for granted because the preventive measures are not effective. So it's more like you just taking antibiotics. At the end of the day, your body will build a resistance to that particular antibiotics. When
especially
you take it,
the bacteria.
Yeah, it will not be effective anymore. Now we look in Liberia.
Sure.
Because we've grown accustomed to the laws not being upheld, not being implemented. We can get our way around things. So we've become stubbornly stubborn. You can do anything. And once you have that kind of mindset, you are no longer a patriotic person. Because you always want to challenge the system, and the system doesn't even bring any better result when you challenge the system. So you end up losing respect for the system. Liberians in the diaspora, I dare them to just open their car window and throw plastic on the street.
You don't try it.
I dare them to use a vehicle with busted tail light. I dare them. Even expired license or expired tag. The moment they tag about to expire, they will run to the DVRA to go get it. Quick. You know why? They find they are going to hurt your pocket. So I could have taken you $100 to get, they will charge you $700. Then when it hurts your pocket, you will not do it again. So they know the law is effective and strong. They don't mess with it. Those societies are well on track. If you break the law will catch up to you.
You get penalized.
And you'll be penalized. So everybody walking in straight line.
Yeah.
But trust me, when they come to Liberia, they'll wind down the car windshield, the window glass, and throw the water plastic.
This too is Liberia.
They'll get on the opposite lane and follow us. They say, oh, follow the leader, follow the leader. They think we can't see the people doing that. It will do. They will lose all that sense of direction. But the moment they go back, they get reoriented. So we back. That is how our country has become. A police officer on the street is not respected. He pulls you over, even if he's got legitimate claims for pulling you over. Your telephone.
The call.
Move over my car. Okay. Hey, you get move. You see what I'm moving from there. Hello? Yeah, baby. One in call is police. He said my car can go. Yeah, I'm the one to do you. Okay, get him on the phone. Hello, Chi? Yeah, my man, I'm injured and let that car go. Automatically, that officer has been disrespected.
Yeah.
His authority has been thwarted. That person has got zero respect for that officer. He's humiliated. And somebody has broken the law. So you know what the officers have done now? They prefer to eye for tea.
Yeah. Let me get my small thing.
Yes. They prefer to ask you for tea. But let's go back to the diaspora where laws work. The moment an officer gets behind you, yeah, woo, you pull off the road straight. Even he even tells you to pull off the road, you pull off the road. Stay there and say, oh, I'm moving. Let me call my pa or my mom or my somebody that you see what they will do to you. Vehicle and registration, your registration and your license, please. You take it from in your pocket or in your glove cabinet or wherever you get it at. Make sure your hands are visible. You got any weapons in the vehicle? No, sir. You got any object that can inflict danger on me or physical harm? No, sir. Please keep your hands visible where I can see and give me your registration and your license. Okay, sir. They'll get rid of you. They will get rid of you. Even law enforcement is breaking the law.
Oh, yeah.
Even law enforcement is breaking the very laws they are supposed to implement. You're going on no police emergency.
They're using siren.
But you put the siren lights on. Because you don't want to be caught up in traffic. So You turn on the siren, the lights, and you start doing for people to move on the road. Then 10 Tesla drivers follow you. 50 motorbikes follow you. Other vehicles follow you. You have created a third lane. You have no emergency that you're going on. But because you feel like you won't be in traffic, you take the opposite lane. You're supposed to implement the law. You know what the law is. When you're supposed to use your siren, you're going on no operation, no emergency, nothing like that sort. Somebody even off duty. You put emergency light on, you put siren on, you take the opposite lane. Everybody else follows you. You're contributing to breaking the law. Foreigners, Liberians alike, will tell us that got your whole country in my pocket. They send you immigration officer to go and inspect resident permits and work permits of aliens in our country. You go there, my man Yasim, we here again today. Yeah, that you know, your boarding are here like permit now expire since 8 years now. Yeah, do something for the boarding we here. Money that is supposed to go into government revenue, you pocket it. Yes, because it's a vicious circle. It's a continuous process. When government is defrauded of revenue, when there is no love or patriotism for the job or the country, people tend to put individual interests over national interests.
Yeah.
The coffers of the government will be empty. The citizens will not benefit anything meaningful. You will not get your salary on time. So you end up going back to being corrupt.
Yeah. So your action gave rise to corruption.
So you as well, you've contributed to a very corrupt structure.
Oh, yeah.
Then the circle continues. When you go to a government entity or agency, Emmanuel, and you want to act like you're strong, you can change things, the man will call you on the side and say, my man, we can overrate that you're doing now, we can overrate out. Yeah. Now we can overrate. Yeah. The one you think you're wetting, you can't change things, and yeah, no, that all.
Now you can change that bureau.
Now you can feel that broad problem. No, you come and take breath from here or more. They start to threaten you. And when the country is hard, because we've all contributed to this vicious circle from the top to the bottom, we start to rely on corruption to fill up for what we can make.
Yeah.
So it's a continuous process.
It's a continuous process.
And we're just lingering because the laws are not punitive. They're not strong. They're not implemented. Everybody does their own thing. Today, Wednesday, let's take a survey to so many government agencies and ministries. People on their phone playing Zuma.
People playing Zuma.
People playing Temple Run. Some people even come to wear him so.
Some area no
current. So everybody on their phone. Government agency. Sensitive document. You carry on education to go print. Then when you carry to go print, you wouldn't delete it. Even if you delete, you wouldn't take it from the recycle bin and then make sure you get it off the computer, at least for the naked eye. So you leave it there. People have access to what? Sensitive documents. Because when you even get working printers. But you go in the minister or the director office and get 3 printers is one. 3. The whole agency is having for printer, the man get 3 in your office. Man get 3 in your office. Go outside of Monserrado. Experience how underdeveloped Liberia is. Nobody will fool you that Liberia is a developing country. No. Liberia is in the category of underdeveloped. Third world country. That's what we are. Third world. We're in second world. Or claiming to second world small. We're stuck in underdeveloped category. That's where we are. That is where we are.
And when it needs Liberia to take Liberia from that stage to another stage.
If you were executing your job to the letter, will a Lebanese person come and tell you, say, my man, I give you $200, you give me paper? They say, yeah. You tell the man, no. Go to the system, put the money in government revenue, bring the receipt, and I'll do your work for you. And anybody who's caught in that act, you'll not only be dismissed, you'll be prosecuted to the full length and width of the law. and see, when you start to be serious about this, if you don't see some changes. You minister at your ministry, Himson, you go to work 12 o'clock. But you expect your employees to be at work 8 o'clock. But you there at 12. It's become habitual. Who is going to oversee the employees being there on time? When others are there, who's supposed to implement that? They don't say they can't wear 11. So how do you know they're making on time? We already don't have electronic signing in systems like that in our country. Yeah, we don't. So everybody be passing around doing their own thing until the minister can come. When he come back to everybody out the working. When the minister leaves by 1, everybody go back to their own rack as I level.
And just is costing the country.
So productivity is already affected. The work is about to do the whole working day, you only able to achieve 1%. 1%. So we stop here. Go to Hemson quickly to bring us up to speed with the word of entertainment. Yeah, so we'll get there. Your mic is off. It's not even on. So Hemson is going to bring us up to speed with what's happening in the world of entertainment. We'll cut over to our content correspondents and let them fill us in with what's happening. We'll also go to the phone lines and speak to our people for them to weigh in. Today we're talking about prevention, patriotism, love for country. Love for country. And the fact is, why are we here at this time? Why are we here at this time? The reality, Joman Jala said, third world country is outdated and derogatory. The reality is, we are a third world country. Are we developing? Look, sometimes you have to say the hard truth. We have to say the hard truth. Are we developing? In the metrics and the index, Joma, please show us the Liberians in the developing country category. I beg you. If we're not in the underdeveloped, you said third world is out. Okay. But what are we? So, Hemson, let's hear your chief. What's happening in the world of entertainment?
Yeah, please give me a headphone. I'm getting myself through the headphone.
Yeah, just talk.
The microphone. Even the microphone also.
The microphone is on, Hemson. Just go ahead, chief.
That one, I appreciate you guys on the platform this morning. You know, you guys very resounding. In Liberia, many times we always love to be met with depletion, rather to be met with repletion, and we love to be met with what's nice. That backward way of doing things. Yeah, don't care what doing things. You go out of country, people will find themselves in a different form and manner on a daily basis. Go to bar. Go to bar. You don't want to go to America even. To bar, God, the tallest building right there in the world. However, let me bring you back to the world of entertainment.
Talking about entertainment, you can't even talk about entertainment industry. Where are we? Where are we?
Yeah, very good. You see that?
Where
are we right now?
Where are we?
We gossip one another. We envy one another. We follow envy. You know, and envy can carry you nowhere. It doesn't carry you anywhere. But today I'm going to be talking on the guy from Tanzania, East Africa, the guy called Harmonize. I'm going to be giving his biological name. My name is Cyrus Michelle Waxin Senior. I like to call me Mr. Henson, the incredible one. And on the how you call your show again?
The Today Show, Cyrus.
To this show, I was here yesterday. I'm here today again with Diamond Slagger and Emmanuel K. Davy. Okay, so today I'm talking on a guy called Harmonize. His full name is Rajab Abdul Kahali, popularly known as Harmonize. He was born March 15, 1994 in Mtwara, Tanzania. He's a songwriter, singer, and a dancer.
Mm-hmm.
He was ushered into the music industry back in 2015 after being signed on a WCB Wasafi, a record label owned by Diamond Platnumz.
Okay.
And he was the first artist to be signed under the record label.
Mm-hmm.
He was nominated for the music magazine the best newcomer.
Is that the guy that made Single?
Yes, I hope we got a song already.
No, we can play the song because of copyright.
Oh my
we
God.
live, so we cannot
for
play the
real?
song. Yeah, we live.
Yeah, you up to date.
Yeah, so we can play copyright.
So in the same year, he was crowned as the best new artist at the African Entertainment Awards. In 2017, MTV Base included him in the African edition of Once to Watch for 2017. ONES, Once, not ONCE. In 2018, his video Bado featuring Diamond Platnumz, who once upon a time was his CEO and manager. The song was awarded for the best newcomer at the What's Up in Africa Video Music Awards. In 2019, October, Harmonize was nominated for the best African act at the MTV Europe Music Awards, but he lost the awards to Bernard Board. In December 2020, the Ayolad hit maker was dumped by his Italian wife named Sarah Michulati after revealing that he had sired SRRED. It's a fine English word. He has sired, in other words, he fathered a child out of wedlock. He is the founder and CEO of the Country Music Worldwide, KMW. And his record label has signed the total of 6 artists. They are Ibra, Teaser, Country Board, Kile, Cheat, Scales, and Angela. Finally, he is up with a brand new song that you just talked about. That man, where you going? Come back, man. He's up with a brand new song titled Single Again. This guy is a big artist from East Africa, and trust me, he making headways in Africa and the world at large. Diamond Platnumz brought this guy up, but in Africa, more respectively in Liberia, we always like to be stagnated. We don't like to move. In Africa, more respectively in Liberia, we love being stagnated. We don't love to be moved. We don't love to be transposed to another stage. But in other parts of Africa, in the world at large, the people love to transfer themselves, to transform themselves. He came up from the Dodgent. Diamond Platnumz took him from the scratch. But he never sat on a Diamond Platnumz and say, oh yeah, I'll be a submissive one and just be stagnant yeah. After he was brought up by Diamond, he chose to be what? His own CEO and founder of a music label. And the music label is now called Country Music Worldwide, KMW, where he has signed 6 Sanese.
Okay. Any other thing from the world of entertainment?
No, I'm good. I'm good.
All right. All right, Handsome. Thank you, DJ Handsome there, bringing us entertainment and the biography of Harmonized. I've listened to.
Yeah, his full name is Rajab Abdul Kahali.
Yeah, I'm Single. It's one of my favorite songs. I have it on repeat.
So you're up to date, man. You're up to date.
All right, Handsome. Thank you. I appreciate it and look forward to having you back.
Thanks for calling.
All right, so we're waiting to bring our guests as well. We'll take calls. Talking about patriotism in our country, talking about how we can move forward, talking about making things work, how we can make things work. There are already set ways to make things work in our country, not just our country. There are standards we can follow all around the world, international best practices that we can follow. Why are we still keeping ourselves at where we are? All right, let's take our country correspondents. We'll take our batch of calls right after we speak to our country correspondents. But before we get to them, we'll bring on DJ SNW to fill us in with sports. This morning on the show, we've gotten our portion of entertainment from Cyrus, alias DJ Henson. Let's now bring on sports and take SNW. After that, we'll cut across Liberia, speak to our country correspondents, take our first batch of calls, and we move on with the show. Remember to play the mega. Yes, go ahead, Emmanuel.
Mega daily cash splash.
Yes, the mega daily cash splash. You need to pay
*799 hash.
Yeah. What's the code again?
*79# is the code. *79#. Select Spoon FM as spot number 3, and then placing your entry for $100 Liberian dollar or 70 cents USD, and you automatically be in the draw.
Okay. All right, so that's what you need to do. Play and win your Moco fee.
Yeah.
Just $100 Liberian dollars or 70 cents United States dollars, *79#.
That's the
and you definitely win. Remember to keep your wallet safe as well. Download the Tip Me app on your phone. You can buy credits. You can buy your LEC. When it's raining, you need to go outside and be saying, oh, I get current and all that kind of things. You can get the Tip Me app right on your phone and do your transaction with Tip Me. Your wallet is safe. When it comes to SNW, we save for sports as well. Good morning, SNW. How are you doing?
Much better, Damon. I'd like to say good morning to you and that of Emmanuel David.
Okay, it's a pleasure having you on. What's happening there in the water sports? I know Karim Benzema has signed for Al Ittihad. There in Saudi Arabia for 200 million a year. That's a very lucrative deal. Seems like everybody running to Saudi now. We're hearing news that Lionel Messi might just be going to Saudi Arabia as well. As a Barcelona fan, I would love him to return, but I also love the team to work by itself and stop this over dependency on Lionel Messi and let the new players, work their way around and create their own legacy. What's happening in sports, SNW?
Well, firstly, like you rightly said, I think Benzema moved to the Saudi Arabia League. I think it's actually a boost having the legs of Benzema and that of Cristiano Ronaldo in that league. It will help to strengthen the league. So quickly here, let's start off with international happenings. Wed.June FC are through to the semi-final of the ongoing LFA Third Division Championship.
Wed.June FC, la international team, eh?
So that's Lofa County's champion. Defeated Gomba FC of Nima County 8-7 on a post-match penalty after the regular 90 minutes and the goalless.
Okay.
While the deputy Lone Star of Morsorado County defeated New Horizon from Magui County 2-0 into that's Tuesday's second encounter at 8 years. In other results, Nima County Martin Enforcers FC punished Pepe FC of Morsorado County 3-0 to
Pepe FC was given Pepe?
Yeah, I think that the original Ghanaian Pepe they received.
Pepe ha?
Yeah, Pepe ha.
That's something major.
Pepe FC that the American, the Western sweet pepper, the sweet pepper, but a real Grand Cru pepper.
Something major.
Yeah. So in other results, Brave United also won her last that's the last qualifier to the semi-final after they disciplined Discovery SA. So far,
just hold on. They discovered that BR Men and Power from Hell on 20. That is in Discovery the Men and Whip too.
Yeah, it was Discovery FC that defeated Brave United 3-0.
Oh, so Discovery still carrying on their winning streak.
Yes.
Oh, I thought I was born from River says, pass through somebody to win and too. Anyway, Discovery is doing wonderful. SNW, if you look at the 4 semi-finalists, tell me, which 2 from your own professional assessment and analytical skills might be making their way to the finals of the 3rd division playoff?
Well, honestly speaking, Damon, Mate Enforcers of Nima County, very strong. Nima County isn't far from Morsorado, so what they normally do in terms of recruitment of players, they come to Morsorado getting some talented kids from here and carrying them to Nima County. And also Lofa County's Wed.June FC also is very strong. Lofa to do the same. I know lots of players that left the city and they currently lodging in Lofa County and representing Lofa County. So
Wed.June FC, I've been hinted, is owned by Momo Saros.
Yes, Momo Saros is actually the CEO of Wed.June FC.
Okay.
So that alone tells you that, in terms of finance, the team is financially strong. And so I think they are capable of doing anything because they got the best of 3rd division players.
Okay. What's happening? More sport news that you have to share with us quickly, SNW.
Yeah, so the Liberia Football Association, LFA endorsement, Liberia will sign a sponsorship agreement on today, which is the 7th of June, in Nuba, and Dustbed's sponsorship of the LFA Awards. So I think it's a boost for the Liberia Football Association. Matter of fact, Dustbed been supporting the LFA for a while and renewing the contract. It's going to help in terms of the LFA Awards.
Okay. All right. That's all you've got for us from sports?
Oh, yes. That's all for now.
Okay. Thank you so much, DJ SNW, for filling us up and bringing us up to speed. We appreciate you, sir.
Okay, thanks so much, Dan.
All right. So DJ SNW there bringing us sports. DJ Hemson, brought us entertainment. So we've been in the company of DJs as well. Talking about company, Emmanuel, let's remember to keep playing the Mega Cash Splash.
Yes.
Star
799#.
Yes.
Selecting Spoon FM as spot number 3, and then placing your entry for the minimum of $100 or 70 cents USD. And you're going to be part of the entire game. And as soon as your number emerges as our winning number, $2,500 immediately come on your mobile money.
So I play Buck.
Yeah.
Jeff Buck.
And
I stand a chance of winning $2,500.
So let the dog $100 from
2004
profit.
Yeah,
we
profit.
Doing in less than 2 hours. You get 2,000.
Play and win.
So
play and win. Play and win. It's simple as ABC.
It's a reality. This is a reality, and there are lots of people who have benefited from this. So you can do the same.
All right. Let's now cut across quickly to across Liberia to speak to our country correspondents to know what's happening in and around Liberia. We will not be going to Bong today, but we will be going to Lofa. We will be going to Maryland. We'll be going to Bomi as well, Nimba and Bapolu counties. So let's start with Lofa and take James Jala, who's there for us in Lofa County. Let's see if we can get James Jala on the line. We'll also be going to our phone lines here. We've been discussing patriotism, the reason why things don't work in our country. Why is there a need for us to adapt regular routine maintenance checks on our public facilities and even our homes as well, our private assets. Liberia is a country we've got good laws on the book. I was looking at the public financial management law. It's good. We've got great laws, but the implementation, the willpower, the political will to do things and say, I'm going to change this. That is what we lacking in this country. We always tend to put politics in front of our decisions rather than what is going to benefit the people, and that has got us where we are. We need to change our mindset. We need to change our mentality. It's about time we start feeling ashamed. It's about time we start feeling ashamed that what can we boast of when other countries, when other nationals are standing in front of us. If Qatar, if United Arab Emirates can turn oil and diversify their economy, what about a rich Liberia? If Ghana can look at cocoa and coffee, and thrive on that, and then go to gold and other sectors and start to add value to their raw materials, what about us? We've been tapping rubber in the country from when hair was a pop.
St. Graham was young.
Yeah. St. Graham was young before Charlie King turned. When James Brown was still dancing. What have we done to add value to that? What have we done? Not just grow more food. Are you adding value to the food? Industrialization. What about creating economic hubs and zones in other parts of the country that might be unattractive to investors? And say, if you open your factory to this point, there's an industrial zone in central Liberia. We've given the land space and all of those things. We'll give you tax breaks. We'll give you tax waivers. If your company is in this industrial zone, we'll make sure we work with you to make sure there is constant supply of electricity. The government can generate revenue from that. You can manufacture in this place. That you own a space here. Once your company is here, you benefit a lot in terms of tax breaks and waivers to encourage people to move to those other parts. What are we doing? Good morning, Christopher Fan. How are you, sir?
I'm okay. Dama, good morning, and good morning to the folks there at Spoon FM this morning.
Yeah, I'm here with Emmanuel David. He says you should also speak to him or else he will hold you in contempt.
So, good morning, Emmanuel.
Yeah, I'm fine, Christopher.
Yeah, the message is fun. Yeah, so what's happening? What's the latest in Nimba? Is the county rocked by the closure of a prominent son of Nimba County, Musa Hassan Belete's Shrimex. He's also being called or being hired to be a representative aspirant there in District 7, Nimba County. Tell me the reaction from Nimba, sir, before you move to other stories.
Yes, so certainly last night was a very heated argument between the arrival of Honorable Musa Hassan Benedict and that of Honorable Doma and some others supporter of aspirants in District number 7. Some were like celebrating the closure of the Simmers and Gas Company that is owned and operated by the Honorable Musa Hassan Benedict on ground that indeed Honorable Musa Hassan Benedict will not make out of the big mocks that he been doing. He will not complete most of the project that he's doing to encourage people to vote for him. And
why would they be happy? Those projects, even if they're not completed, it's going to have a negative effect on the people. If they're completed, people are going to benefit aside the political angle, though. Why would people be rejoicing that project, especially the Yah River Bridge, if it's not completed, they're celebrating?
Yeah, so they are also celebrating is that the government of Liberia has weakened the arm of Honorable Musa Hassan Benedict that sent to the representative seat. Because they are also saying that this Siemens and Gas Company was the one that was really funding all of the projects that were making some of those aspiring in the district to go slow because of the money spent by Honorable Musa Hassan Benedict in the district. But others are also that in support of Honorable Musa Hassan Benedict also saying, like I spoke to Reverend Samuel Kane last night, he said that these are all politics and that they are not moved by that. And if the government elect, they can even close on Musa Hassan Benedict Hall. The citizen of District number 7 will vote him. So they are only trying to do it to destroy the good plans of Musa Hassan Benedict in the district. So as such, they are not moved. And they are focused, and it is between Musa Hassan Benedict company and that of the government of Liberia.
Okay, so we have divided views as always there in Nimba County, but it's not just being heralded or talked about in Montserrado County. It has taken over Nimba and other counties, making up Liberia as well. Aside from that, what else is happening in Nimba County, sir?
As you may be aware, reading season is near, and citizens of in Central Nimba, specifically District number 7, are eager to know about the structure of the road that is coming from Ganta to Saklipi. According to some of them, they are actually eager to know because information that is circulating around in Nimba is that because Senator Prince Johnson is no longer supporting the CDC government, it is on ground that all of those equipment was moved, was taken on the road, and the refusal of the government to pay the contractor money were also during that process. So they are also calling on the county administration, the government of Liberia, to provide clarity on the road. Of recent, on Sunday, the public works minister came and then informed the people of District number 7 Sakripi that indeed the road from Ganta to Sakripi will commence soon, and the funding have been provided to the company, and they are hope to see the company embarking on the road. But the fear is that how durable will the road be? Because according to one of the permanent summits, Mr. Dan I spoke to, he said the government will do all it can to fix the road faster because they want to dedicate the road prior to the heat of the campaign, and that will also cause the road not to be guaranteed because it will just be a campaign rule. So as far as where they were taking their own time to fix the rule and so on, so the rule will be guaranteed. But as we stand, they will question the durability of the rule. So these are some of the things that is happening in District number 7, Dama.
Okay. Anything else you want to share with us, Mr. Fan, before we let you go this morning?
So far, so good for my end, and I hope to join the breakfast tomorrow.
Okay, my regards to Joseph Wongbe as well. It's good again that he's back up and running.
Thank you, sir.
All right, so Christopher Fan is our man there in Nimba County, Sakle PA to be precise. Let's now go to Bapulu County, where Solomon Tabla is our man in that county. Once we can get Solomon on the line, he's going to bring us the latest news there. So propaganda, is being played in Nimba. Not just the Musa Hassan Belete, his Shimex oil and gas being closed yesterday by the LRA for tax evasion, but also the issue of PYJ withdrawing his support from the government. People are trying to spin it on a propaganda level that once he's no longer supporting the government, road projects that are supposed to be undertaken in Nimba County are going to come to a halt. So the Minister of Public Works was in Nimba. She's on a southeastern tour. She has reassured the people of District Number 7 in Nimba County that it is not as been said by those they are going to do the project. Whether or not it's realignment or alignment or not, the road project is not for any specific person. It's for the entire country. It's for citizens that are going to benefit from it immediately, and those of us who will be plying that road sometime to come. So whether or not you get support from this person, what matters is doing the people work. Yeah, that's that. So let's go to Bapolu County and see if we can take Solomon Tabla on the show this morning. We'll get your calls as well. This morning we were scheduled to have taken Dr. Dash Morgan, but up to present we've not gotten the cue or the green light, so we move on with this show as well. Let's see if we can get Solomon Tabla on the line from Bapolu County to bring us up to speed, the latest news there from that part of Western Liberia. Once we can get Mr. Tabla on the line, remember to keep playing the mega cash splash. Yes. Emmanuel just be bringing people up to how they can play, so that they can play. The more you play, the more you win.
You go ahead by using your mobile money. It is only a mobile money transaction. You cannot use any other money transaction. It's mobile money. So use mobile money *799 hash. Select whatever spot number 3, and then placing your engine for the minimum of $100 or 70 cents USD. You stand a chance to win $2,500 Liberian dollars, and that is a very good sum of money.
Okay, for $100 and you win $2,500, that is investment well made. Let's go to Bombing County now and speak to Aaron Kome. He's on the line. Good morning, Aaron. How are you?
Good morning, Dharma. Good morning to the people of Liberia.
Okay. Your money extends to Emmanuel David as well. He's the co-host on the show. So you're please be speaking to the man. Yeah, please speak to Emmanuel. Yeah.
I'll meet probably man one day.
Emmanuel Davis.
Yeah, my man.
Good morning, brother.
Yeah, morning.
A balance now. A balance. So what's the latest there from Bommy?
Okay. Let me give you the first one. A citizen residing within the concession area of the Western Cluster Limited craft a dialogue for the Bomi Legislative Caucus to prevail on the components of the Western Cluster on their living up with their social corporate responsibility. Yeah, that's one of the major developments in Bomi County for now.
Okay, so the citizens who are within the operational areas, the affected areas of Western Cluster, have called on the Bomi County Legislative Caucus to prevail on Western Cluster to fulfill their social corporate responsibilities. Okay, this matter was also discussed yesterday at the Senate. What we've been reliably informed of is that the Senate's Committee on Mining and Resources, Natural Resources, is going to take embark on a fact-finding mission to the Western region. So we're looking forward to seeing what that particular mission is going to yield in terms of their investigative findings. Nothing else from Bommy?
Well, unless the principal of the Eric Zegzina Elementary School in Tottenham, Mr. Amula Konen, who expressed dissatisfaction in the outcome of the recent county sitting here in Bomi County.
Why? Why is the principal disappointed in the outcome of the Bomi County Council sitting?
According to Mr. Amula Konen, he pointed out that private schools in Bomi County are also challenged, but there was no allocation to some of the funding, like the $2.5 million that was distributed across the various entities in Bomi County were given to private institutions. So that was his dissatisfaction, and he spoke on it lengthily.
Okay. All right. So he wants subsidies as well.
Yeah.
All right, Aaron. Thank you for bringing us up to speed with the latest there from Bomi County.
Thank you so much, and thank you to Emmanuel there. Thank you.
Yeah, man, make sure. Yeah, man, make sure he sticks to courtesy. All right, let's go to Maryland, where Christian Appeton is our correspondent in Maryland County. Let's go to Maryland County and talk to Christian Appeton to bring us up to speed with the latest there from Maryland County, southeastern Liberia. So once we can get Christian Appeton on the line, he's going to tell us what's happening there in Maryland County. We'll go to Grand Cape Mount, where we have Siaze as well. Okay, so Christian, who was just trying to call us a minute ago, seemed to be faced with some network issues. We'll keep trying, but let's cross over to Grand Cape Mount County. All right, let me see if I'm going to get Mr. Siaze on the line. Yes, okay, he's on the standby. Let's get Siaze from Cape Mount County to let us know what's happening there in Grand Cape Mount County. All right, so folks, the Today Show is on Spoon 107.5 FM, 19 minutes up to 10 a.m. And we draw down the curtains at 10 a.m. This morning. But as you listen into the show, make sure to play the Spoon FM Mega Cash Splash. Good morning, Mr. Siaze. How are you doing?
I'm okay. Good morning, and good morning to Mama Liberia.
Okay, Mama Liberia say morning to you too.
Yeah, say morning to him.
Yeah, and Emmanuel say morning. I want you just doing intermediary work. All right. So what's the latest there from Cape Mount? It raining or you got sunshine?
Well, the weather is relatively kind. It's good. I'm saying that the sunshine is coming up very brightly, and we expect good sunshine today.
Okay, that's nice. Before you bring us up to speed with the latest there from Cape Mount, according to Jenkins Van Mubani, the most beautiful city, the most beautiful county in Liberia. That's his own assessment. I expect him to say Boni Rati. Bring us up to speed with the rains coming. Are you still seeing the influx of tourists, those who go to Cape Mount to do the surfing and stuff like that? Are they still trooping in their numbers, or the number has started to dwindle?
Well, right now, as we speak, is actually vast that because of the weather condition now is not really affected like before. So, the coming in of the tourists they minimized for now due to the weather condition, and also because the sea rises on a daily basis, so sometimes they find it difficult to swim and other stuff. So at the time, the sweat and the sea can be very rough. So the sweat can be coming with force. So, some people may not love the way things may go or the way the natural, the sea may be like. So nobody can stay by doing round classes, and that's the time they can ready to be put in.
Okay.
But for now, it's minimized.
What's the road condition like from Medina to Robertsport, in the rainy season? Any noticeable or cracks, or not cracks, but cuts and stuff like that? Spots on the road, bad spots.
Yeah, for now the road is good. Before it was like very, terrible. It was hectic to drive through to come to Robertsport. But as we speak now, the road have been greater, and to be frank, it's motorable now. You spend less than 45 minutes to reach to Robertsport. From Robertsport Junction to Robertsport you spend like 45 minutes to drive in to Robertsport City without even applying brake or whatever.
So you be driving without brake, you be running.
I said less than 45 minutes.
So,
that tells you
that's how smooth the road is.
Yeah, sure.
Boy, man, making get my morale. All right, so bring us up to speed with the latest from Cape Mount that you have to share with us.
Okay, right now as we speak, NEC have, recruited, 152 exhibition officers and clerks around Grand Cape Mount County. And today they begins their training in St. J. And the training is going to be going for like 3 days. So right after the 3 days exhibition training with their staff, they will be dispatching them into their Cajanera to their exciting places in the various districts. So and that would take additional, 7 days for Yeah, the process, it will take 7 days for the exhibition. So they got to, exhaust 7 days in the field. And the exhibition now is going to quite a bit surrounding the issue of, mixed spell names, brand photos, and what have you. But it's not going to effectively going to take place. I mean, replacement of cars not going to take place right away. But they're going to collect the raw data as to how many person got a misspelled names into the system and how many person got a brand, their photo was brand into the process of, producing those, particular cards. So they're going to have the data collected after they have been, dismissing the various places of exam areas. So when they get the data collections, then they will report it to NEC. Then NEC will come back again to do the replacement of those various cards.
Okay, Emmanuel, it's over to you. You've got any question for Siaze? All right.
I have a question.
Yeah,
but,
go ahead.
It's not necessary.
Okay, so Siaze, in relation to the recruitment, out of the number there, how many males and how many females?
Well, the males are dominating. Out of 152 persons, we got close to 90 females, and the rest is male as well.
Okay, so you got 90 females and the rest males.
Yeah.
Okay. Any other thing from Cape Mount you want to share with us quickly?
Well, right now, as we speak, to just bring some other, related development here is, the road is okay now. It's motor road, like we were saying. So, you guys are welcome anytime, any point in time you want to come over, you guys can come.
You got Doffer for all?
Yeah, of course, we have it. So, and this, we want to just go all the maintenance, to take, advantage of the exercise that's about to kick off by NEC. We should be very prudent enough for all citizens. If you know you have a problem with your ID card, you have a problem with your news spare, whatever, it is time now for you to come back home and start processing in your activities. And that will be cool for everybody.
Okay. All right, Siaze. Thank you so much for bringing us up to speed with the latest there from beautiful Grand Cape Mount County.
Of course, the most beautiful capital city in Liberia.
Anyway, all right. I want to say something and somebody will take it personal.
It's nice talking to you. So see you again another time.
All right, sir. Take care. Make it talk. So we just leave it as it is. Yes, Emmanuel, go ahead.
And the question I had, not necessarily to him, I want to ask as to whether that is being done in other counties.
Yeah, you mean the exhibition?
Yeah, he cannot be.
Yes,
he cannot be able to answer that question.
Yes,
so
it's part of the activities leading up to election. The voter roll exhibition. The provisional roll, the exhibition of the provisional voter roll. You go there, you look at your data. If you have any problems, you go there, and when those data are taken back, then NEC can now have the time for you to do replacement and all of that. There is a set time for card replacement. After that, you have candidate nomination. There is an entire calendar of events leading up to the October 10, 2023 post. So let's see how many other of our county correspondents are on standby. Remember again to keep playing the Spoon FM Mega Daily Cash Splash so that you can stand a chance of winning 2,500 Liberian dollars. So let's go to Lofa County, and we want to see if we can get Jala on the line from Lofa County. All right, we want to see if we can get Jala on the line from Lofa County. We're getting reports that the same army worm infestation that has engulfed some parts of Bapolu and Bon County is being reported in some parts of Lofa County as well. But let's see if we can get James Jala on the line from Lofa to bring us up to speed with the latest. All right, so folks, this is the Today Show on Spoon 107.5 FM. We're also live on Super 95.5 FM. My name is Diamond Slanger. The gentleman next to me is
Emmanuel David.
Okay, Emmanuel David. All right, folks, so we cannot go to the rest of our correspondence. Let's now go to the phone lines. We're talking patriotism. We're talking the issue of the bridge there in Grand Bassa County, the St. John River Bridge. We're talking about why is it systems do not work in our country? Why is it we as a people, very smart and intelligent people, always sit and wait for things to happen before we then become reactionary. Why don't things work the way they ought to in Liberia? What's wrong? What's wrong with us as a people? What can we do to change all of this? And why haven't we done what we need to do? Hello, good morning.
Indeed. Thank you so much, my dear brothers, for my acceptance on your platform. I'm Ross1 MP, and I'm joining you for the Roberts Sea Highway.
You're welcome. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, with respect to patriotism, I admire the two of you presentations so much on me. But I'm just adding on to what you guys have said already. Let me say this to you. There are four major theories of government. You have the force theory, you have the evolutionary theory, you have the divine right theory, then you have the social contract theory. In the social contract theory, it says that, look, the people give portion of their power to a certain class of people to lead it as government. In return, the government protects them. What happened to our country in Liberia, dear brothers, as indicated by you, it seems because the government of Liberia is now willing to be patriotic. And patriotism starts from the government. The government is the one that enforces the law. It's the one that teaches people to be honest. When the government itself is not honest, the children that effect is people will not be honest. Because remember now, man by nature wants to be ruthless all of the time. That is the reason why for day one, people organize government to protect the environment. So it is the government's responsibility to make sure that law is enforced. When people are caught in corruption, they are punished and disgraced and shown to the public. Then people in classroom, or elementary to high school to university, will see looking at bad people and shame them. When you do that one or two times, you save the country from wickedness. Now the issue of red light and water side, if you can remember, by 2020, water side was cleared by Morgan State Corporation. People used to work freely, but by the time the election was coming near, they allowed people to go back. When you go back to water side, it's cluster with people. That is not patriotism. It's dishonesty to the people. The part is, let me say this to you guys. When your people do not know certain things, and you as a leader, you're supposed to implement it. If you do not do that, it's a gross human rights violation.
Okay.
That government becomes rebel to the state. And the reason I can tell you that any government that breaks the law in political science, that government is a rebel. The government should not lead you. In Liberia, people we are not there. Maybe we are not educated enough to understand these things. But no government is supposed to steal from the country. Because when you steal from your country, you become worse than the devil. As the Chinese philosopher says, your country is your life DNA. Imagine, my dear brother, if you steal from Liberia, where else you will go to build? Where else you will put your loyalty to? Because this is a submit to.
Okay. My brother, I admire how hyped up you are and passionate. The word I want to use is passionate. How passionate you are about this discussion. This is the reason we need all of the stakeholders from the various line ministries and agencies and the various organs of government to help us understand why is it these things are happening. All right, sir. Thank you. Yeah.
Why should it be the United States ambassador to be telling us that we are supporting our own country? Then when you and us, the government consider us enemies, then they will go back in the view of the United States ambassador. Then where are we going?
Okay.
It means there's no government.
All right, sir.
Thank you so much to you guys. God bless our country.
Thank you. God bless Liberia. A better Liberia we want to see. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Let's hear you out. Good morning. You live on Spoon and Super FM. Please go ahead.
I'm Mr. G. I was calling from.
Go ahead, please.
I want to take a 2 salient point this morning. We talk about corruption. The only way we can minimize corruption in this country is number one. The people need to be fully paid well. Second is the people need to be paid on time.
Okay.
I mean, it's pay on time. Though the money is not plenty, it's pay on time. You see, you try to minimizing corruption.
All right. Thank you.
So that's my point this morning.
Your point is well accepted. Thank you as well. Hello. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning to you, sir. Let's hear you out, please.
Good morning, Damo.
Morning, Chief. How are you?
Thank you. I'm doing good. My name is Wed.June. I join you from district number 6, Mozambique County.
Go ahead, Luther.
And good morning to your colleague. You know, if you go to the Temple of Justice, the statue that is there, they have found on a statue. And the sign that is on a statue, so they say, let justice be done to all.
You mean the Lady Justice statue, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So the justice system, it should be blind. Whether you rich, whether you poor, when you have a fair justice, it should be given to you. All right? And it can only happen if you are president, you have the political will. For example, during my editor, I'll call the show during my editor, we were from the CDC angle. We protest against my editor, economic control. And then we also discuss about government vehicle. You see, using on Sunday or Saturday to parking, we all protest against that. But what is it that? Because we come in power, he set us up for 12 years as a spectators. And he said that when you get on the field, he will score goal. But other now, because we don't have the political will. People die in the country, people protest, but nothing can cover all of it. You know, we talk about system. We have the system. But for all the using system, we're not using it, but the system using us. Why is it be this way? And when you see that thing, one protest again, if you want to protest for your rap, the police will come, they will beat you and head you, they go sit at home. We have Mr. Power in the country that it is hard to suffer until we can take it and get to someone who will be able to suffer. No, they don't get the effect of the country to run the effect.
Oh, you want. All right.
Tell me, as a genetics, how can we control the effect of the country?
All right, Mr. Saki. I will tell you how we can do that. Thank you. So, Mr. Luther Saki there, you know, folks are passionate about this particular topic because everybody wants to see Liberia do good. Yeah, we all do want to see Liberia do good and be in a better place. Hello, good morning. Yes, sir. Good morning to you. Let's hear you out.
Good morning, Emmanuel.
Yes, good morning.
Oh, well, my name is Jonathan June, and I'm calling from DLA.
You're welcome, Jonathan. Please go ahead.
Thank you very much this morning. You know, you point out a lot of issues. I wouldn't have the time to go into all of that, but let me just go to the major one, the bridge issue.
Yeah.
But before the bridge issue, the issue of corruption is a virus that entered Liberia. Same challenging time, same package time. And it can, I want to say that once it is not handled, once that virus is not handled, or once that virus is not destroyed by getting people who are putting your corrupt leaders into left-hand prison, corruption will not end. So let me just get to the bridge issue. The issue of that bridge at Grand Pastor County is a major issue. And the government or the engineer, the Minister of Public Works have played a delay tactic. I believe that the Minister of Public Works had information on that bridge when the bridge was constructed and the service value when how long the bridge will take before maintenance can be done on the bridge. I think they have all of the information.
Okay.
But if they play a don't care attitude.
All right, sir. So we have to. You just have to wrap up quickly because we already pressed for time.
Okay, let me just wrap up. So I am urging the Minister of Public Works to see how best they can rescue the situation, because if that happens, Liberia, the people of Grand Pastor County and the rest of the southeastern country will suffer a lot, most especially we that in Monrovia.
Okay.
And not talking about putting that bridge in the channel, the fundamental bridge. I passed there yesterday is another bridge of concern. So I don't want to raise the alarm in two.
All right.
I'm not an engineer, but the fundamental bridge also should be a concern.
All right, sir. All right, sir. Thank you. I just have to let go of you. No intention of being rude or what, but I just have to let go of you. Already pressed for time. We can take one more caller, just one more caller. We'll be back here on Monday. Good morning. Good morning.
Let me say good morning to the many listeners.
Yeah, go ahead, please.
I took the conversation this morning District Civil SD Cooper Road. Thank you very much this morning. You say our leaders are not sincere to themselves. They always in the habit of robbing and stealing from the country. They are the same leaders that will leave from here and travel to the Western country or African country. They press the African country. But when they come back, criticize because they are in position to fix the country, but they refuse to fix the country. While you be in the country, you rob in the country, you stealing, you refuse to pay tax. You owning, you are taking away so many things from the common people, from the people who live in the slums community. You think what people that pay or others who pay that tax today, you think JFK will not get drugs? You think those government schools will not have chairs, books, and what have you for the masses children? But they have no passions, they have no law country, they are very disingenuous, they are wicked kind of people. That is the reason we are asking these people, our Liberian people, pull these guys out. These guys are incompetent.
Okay, sir.
Thank you, my brother.
Thank you. Thank you. So sadly, that's all the time we have to take calls. We do our parting comments now, beginning with Emmanuel. Emmanuel, we discussed lengthily the issue of patriotism, love of country, planning ahead, maintenance, making sure we keep the integrity of our structures, and generally, just why is it, as a smart people as we are, as intelligent people as we are, as a rich nation when it comes to our natural resources, as a country that has got the human resource, because our people are developing their human resource capability all of the time, people are graduating, people are learning new skills. Why is it we're still stuck in this position as where we are? So just do your parting comments quickly, Emmanuel.
Well, in a nutshell, I think we talk about that, and I think is love of country. We have to be patriotic and see the best of this place and know that this is the only place that God has given us. We cannot go anywhere, so we have to treat this place with respect. So we have to be patriotic and have love for country to forge this place ahead to be on par with our community of nations.
Okay, all right. So for me, I want to say, and I want to say this categorically clear, that a generation that leaves a country worse off than how they got it, that generation is a failed generation. You understand? The same translates to being a parent. As a parent, if your childhood was a rough one, you didn't have, and your children come to suffer more than how you suffered, you failed as a parent. Liberia shouldn't be the analogy of the man who tells his woman, oh, I'll let you to dress, I'll let you to loaf fan, I'll let you to wear makeup, I'll let you to do this, but he goes out after the same things that he doesn't allow his woman to do. He would not give her money for upkeep, but he will go out there and spend money. He said, oh, I don't want you to do this, but the people are in the short clothes, the mini skirts, and those who look fancy and slay, he goes after them. That is being a hypocrite. The worst person is the person who knows something is wrong, but they will turn a blind eye and continuously do the wrong thing. That is the worst person. Not somebody who has not got the knowledge and does something out of ignorance, but somebody who knows this thing is wrong. They have assessed what the repercussions will be, but then they will safely tell themselves, it's okay to be done. Let's do it. After all, I don't want to come and solve Liberia problem. Why can't we develop? It's because we do not have love for ourselves. I don't want to be religious, but love your brother as you love yourself. All religions preach love. I haven't seen or heard of a religion that preaches hate. If you love yourself, you love your country. You love your citizens. You ask not what your country can do for you, but for what you can do for your country. Change starts from one person. You cannot change it all at once. It's not an event. It's a process. And once people are seeing this process is on, it's been done, they will follow cue. Sadly, most of our young generation as mine, and even the ones behind, we are treading in the same footsteps of the same people who led us to where we are today. So what they did to us, we now wanting to do to our children's generation. We are stealing from our people. Those that are occupying lucrative positions, if you do a survey, majority of them are young people. We are stealing from our people. We are doing things to satisfy ourselves, our own whims and car prices. We are making sure that people don't get quality education because the money that is to go to education, you pocket in it. But you are educated.
Oh, yes.
So you'll be the only baobab tree in a village that everybody will look out for shade. We go and invest in other countries. We go and spend vacations in other countries. We go and enjoy ourselves in other countries. We contribute to those economies. Come to our country. Drive along the RRA highway at night.
A death trap.
Dark, like the word dark itself. Go to our hospitals. But fortunate people will fly to India, America, Turkey. How much of our population, the percentage, can even travel to Ghana for surgery? Why are we even going to Ghana when Ghanaians are going to Europe and other places to bring those facilities back home? Somebody wants to bring a facility to the country. You tell the person, give me 20%. Give me 10%. What's in it for me? We scare away investors.
Self-advertisement to the highest.
You want what's your cut? What's my cut? What's my cut? Are you looking at what it's going to do for the thousands and thousands of people? But you want money in your pocket. If the person cannot provide you the money, you step on that thing. Love for country. Love for ourselves, Liberians. That is the key. If we love ourselves, if we love our integrity, we love our reputation, we love a legacy, we will build one. We will build one. You go to Ghana, those mega structures, yeah, some are owned by foreigners, but Ghanaians have invested in their country. There are Liberians who want to invest in this country, but the enabling environment is not there. You want to strong arm and politicize everything. If the men are on your side, you are not getting the agreement that you're supposed to sign. What are we doing to ourselves? Internet. If you get internet in Liberia to your house, you be born. If you eat a day, it's an achievement. That's the country we want. So, folks, this is our wrap up. Thank you again for listening. We'll be back, Emmanuel and myself. We'll be back on Monday.
We'll be here. We'll go for our weekend.
Yes, this is a wrap. Bye-bye. Think about it. Food for thought. Bye-bye.